cheeky being all fancy with startups.
Oh no, look at him saying hello to people and shit. Ugh,
Oh my
disgusting.
god, that's so out of this world. Atrocious, really.
I have 25,000 channel points with Sheik. Jesus. I just don't spend them anymore.
That's quite a few.
Use them for a rainy day, goddammit.
Actually,
No, I'm just gonna use them to like constantly change them into the maid version, and then whenever anybody else
That's the
changes
rainy
it,
day I'm
I
thinking
change it
about.
right back.
it's just gonna make him flicker on screen.
My rainy day is probably considered harassment, but you know.
You know,
He
one of the
constantly
things-
throws things on my head whenever he gets in here, so I'll call it even.
I forgot that is a thing that you can do. I completely forgot.
I can head pat him. You know? Let's see. I could rule 63 him 25 times.
Oh, the math has been done. We figured the shits out yet, guys.
Hold on. I have an idea.
You know, speaking of shits, not like that, but I've been told by my friend's parent, not directly to me, but through them, that I curse too much, and it hurt my soul a little bit, because I didn't even recall that I was cursing. It's just naturally integrated into my vernacular, so my parent filter is no longer existent. Feels good. Yep. So nice. Truly show that I am a degenerate to my friend's parents. So I hear sporadic typing.
I'm telling
I
you
mean-
that we cannot hear him at all with the music. He is completely unbalanced.
There we go.
Fix your
That is
shit, dude.
Loud on my stream and
Oh, speaking of music,
Not
Puzzle
loud
Rocks.
here.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, unlike most viewers, I'm an
So,
actual nice person who says when your audio is out of balance.
anyway. I'm actually gonna turn the
I
music
feel
down.
like I could find some nice
Yep.
D&D music.
Y'all are including
I was
music?
saying these three lovely individuals.
No, I
I've
just
been
don't like
playing
the
D&D
silence. I like to hear the music,
for
at least
Yeah,
for
so
me.
long.
you know,
I missed
currently I'm not worrying about it that much. I managed to slap General Pedro's lab work on my screen. That's about it.
Alright, apparently Jared is live as well, so let's do this.
Built it for D&D.
You know, it's like
Oh, no.
with so many other things that like busted over the last couple of weeks that I had to fix. I'm like, you know what? I can worry about it later. Which, you know, I will.
Here's my screen. Go
Oh.
ahead and make that non-site so I could switch channels. Sign out of that.
Hopefully I can get my full set of newer overlays and stuff working again by Wednesday, because that would be nice, but we'll see.
Oh shit, I forgot to tweet that I'm live.
How could you?
Oh, could I? It's
Oh
only,
yeah.
It's only the thing that I forget to do all the time. Fuck.
You know what? For this first stream, people aren't gonna see my character sheet or my roles or whatever. This is a pain in the ass to set up.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, effort? Since when?
And some other day.
Some other time.
Say hi, friends.
Hi!
Hi, friends.
Hello.
You know what? I should have definitely said, I am not your monkey to do tricks for you. How dare you?
Iris, you still have me close to your heart, and then you have
Yes!
Shiki and Jared just across the
Always.
fucking screen.
This
You
is a
just sit
gender
over there.
segregated. This is a gender segregated stream. What did you think? The fuck? The men folk over there and the women's folk here.
Me. Okay.
Well, now I have to take a look.
And we'll put the neutral people in the middle when I acquire them.
You acquire them.
I need to call. I need to call a bear, and I need to call a boy. Hold on. And matter of fact, let me call a Yoshi too. Wait a minute.
Okay, now it's time to be the good friend and check Iris's levels too. I'll be right back.
No.
God's sake,
DND.
Jeremy, say something.
Anything at all, presently.
Okay. Jeremy's really quiet. Everyone else is about at the same level. So. you're
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I have
welcome,
my
too.
music playing. Thank you. I appreciate
yeah, no,
you.
It's
Well,
mom friend time, I guess. Except I try to make sure that you.
Everyone's levels are proper. Thanks,
get
Mom!
I get real pissed when I
Aw.
go into a stream and their levels are all fucked. Like, hey.
Get
Saw
your
how
shit
quickly I
together,
fixed my shit.
Especially when you see that they have viewers and you're like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Tell them.
What are you guys listening to?
okay, that does bother me
Surely
some,
not this person.
because like, especially when someone's sound is super jacked up and they're like, "Hey, how's my sound?" and someone just like arbitrarily goes, "Yeah, sounds fine." I was like, really?
Or like that one time I was streaming muted for 20 minutes and then like a fifth person came in and was
Being
like, hey, by the way, you're
tragic.
muted. And I was like, yo,
Yeah.
the other four, where the fuck have you been?
Where the fuck were you guys at?
I
Goddamn.
muted you. You think I do audio level checks before I start?
I want to combine everyone's pictures because I know we have like temporary character pictures
For right now.
for right now. Until I finally decide that, you know, I am good enough to draw you guys.
Draw.
I still
yeah,
have
like
Shakio
how
logo.
everyone's a bit louder on the stream than Iris. Okay, so you're telling me Iris is. Wait.
It's been a long time since someone told me I was quiet. I get told I'm too loud at work all the time.
Nah.
God damn.
Hold on. I gotta boost.
It's the reason why my voice is out. So it's not without a grain of truth. I do scream at work.
Well, that'll explain why. Because Fanta's on 200 and Iris was not on 200.
That's
To be
nice.
fair,
Yeah, the
To be
individual
fair.
Fanta
audio-
doesn't scream.
To be fair.
Not
To be
unless
fair,
someone's
Iris
about
is
to
trying
die.
not to scream.
Yeah,
Is
the
that-
difference
is
is
that before-
doesn't and tries not to, isn't it?
Yes. That is
Is that-
very key. It's very key.
Is that before or after you see your slime child after all these months and you're like,
Holy
"It's
shit,
not-"
if Jeremy gives me my slime child in the first episode, I swear to Christ. Oh my god, I'm already losing it right now.
I'm still
I'm
mad about the
afraid-
dead guy.
Which dead
And-
guy?
Daniel?
Daniel.
Oh, my lord and savior? Daniel.
Pissed.
Daniel.
I mean, you don't know.
You saw him. I mean, you did see him.
Yeah, but I didn't want him to do that. I didn't ask him for that shit. That's fucked up.
Fucked me up.
Yeah, no, you telling me you sacrifice yourself for me, so now I owe you some shit? Fuck you.
Fuck! God
Oh
damn
no,
it.
you don't owe him anything.
Oh no, I know that, like, but like internally, I'll always know.
I will always know.
My
Well-
heart will go on, and then I'll always remember.
You know, in the weirdest way possible, why don't you make me a religion check?
Alright.
Daniel will always
What do
know.
I roll for a religion check? D10? D8?
It's
It's a D20.
Okay.
Any ability checks are 20. And you could just click on your thingy. You could just click on the check and it'll roll it automatically for you.
Oh yeah. And I get a
Yeah,
plus
that's a
3 to
beautiful
religion.
thing.
I
I thought
Mine
you had. Wait, hold on. That seems wrong. What?
My
Oh, you
heart
had-
will always go on with the sounds of fuck you.
You thought I had what, Iris?
I thought you had a higher modifier to your religion.
No, my
Only
highest
because you're a
modifiers
paladin.
are to insight and medicine.
Oh, okay.
And then my second highest are persuasion and religion.
Yeah,
You know.
religion is intelligence based rather than wisdom based. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm wise as fuck, but I'm stupid.
You have a +1 to intelligence. That's not stupid.
It's just a +1.
The average person in D&D has a -1.
Why?
Helium. Okay. Helio.
Yes.
Okay.
Because so hypothetically speaking, a 10 is the average like
No. Oh no. My shit's gonna
base stat for like an NPC, but like much like adventurers, no one just has uniform stats, and your average peasant tends to do like a lot more physical labor than they do studying. So they'll usually have a minor bonus to like strength or constitution and a penalty to intelligence. It's just the way it works out. But like an average person from our world would have like an intelligence of 10, which has a bonus of nothing. So you are in fact smarter than the average person. You just aren't a super genius.
You're smarter than the average bear, Yogi.
Get out of here, bro.
What's
Yeah.
What's that little bear that he always interacted with?
Boo boo.
Boo boo. Hey, boo
Hey,
boo.
boo boo. I'm smarter than the average bear.
What a picnic baskets.
See, I'm
That's why I know
tempted
how to
to
get
look
into
up
the
how
picnic baskets.
smart a bear actually is, and I have no idea. But I'm not going to do that. How'd your religion check come out?
Oh, you actually
Oh.
check that.
I think I got a 12 or something. Not great.
Oh, okay.
I didn't study hard.
Well, it was kind of an obscure subject anyway, so.
Listen, if you didn't think that I bullshitted my way through paladin class in my paladin college.
In my paladin college.
Paladins are not scholars, generally speaking. They're the church's stick. Like,
Is that a heretic?
yeah, kinda. Like, they tend to be recruited for being large and trustworthy.
I
Trustworthy.
kind of
Present
just
company hilarious, but
see. I kind of just thought of an idea for like what type of paladin, like, Frel could end up being, and all I could think was 40K. Like, all I could think was, eventually I'm gonna hear Frel say, "I smell heretics," and it's gonna be like, "It's time to go, fanaticism,
Oddly, my backstory would make that kind of impossible. Well, not impossible, but it would make that far less likely.
yeah, I don't really see Frill being the sort of person to bellow for the Emperor and charge into battle.
It's probably more so for myself.
Or possibly get the Emperor.
Bro, what kind of armor are you wearing? Let's see. I can tell you which one it's not, but I can tell you it's a dark color, and I will probably do some mental damage to you. How you doing?
How you doing?
It's
the
Chaos
fuck?
Space Marine Frill. Now there would be a thing. So when last we left all y'all,
Yeah.
you had just climbed out of a crypt from saving Bob and Bob Sr. and obtaining a magical artifact that had been used to summon some kind of demon none of you were really familiar with. You you did successfully put it down with a little bit of help from the uh, wayward god Daniel, um, who has now vanished.
Yo,
As far as
fuck that guy. All my homies hate Daniel.
I personally loved Daniel.
I liked Daniel. We was
I
cool.
liked Daniel a lot.
you know, out of anyone you've met and with relationship to like the church or religious authorities, he definitely was the straightest shooter. Because anytime he told you he was going to do something, he did in fact do it.
This is true.
Can't
Although-
deny.
Well, my
These other
opinion on
brothers can't
Daniel
deny.
will not be changing right now. I will keep that in mind for future reference. Fuck Daniel.
Fuck Daniel.
Fuck Daniel. Oh no.
Well, that's when last you saw him, he was dispersing into the ether. So, who knows? Maybe he's not around.
Are we still on the same Tailspire thing?
No Tailspire. There is no Tailspire.
No Tailspire.
No
No Tailspire?
Tailspire. No Tailspire.
Your dungeon master's Tailspire assets have been tanked.
Well, that's bad
Oh.
news
We have been
because I was counting on
compromised.
Tailspire and I don't have a stream set up, so I'm gonna, you know what? Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're just gonna
We're changing
We'll
this
make
shit
it-
up right now.
Oh, okay,
We're
that's
just-
great. I love
we're
it.
just, we're just gonna close something up. I closed Tailspire. You just see Jer standing there on my screen with the
Yeah, no, I saw Shiki had Tailspire open too. It's really funny seeing Jeremy's legs though.
This is the third time in a row where Jer has to explain what happened to Tailspire. You guys didn't catch me ask it earlier.
Nope.
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 All right then. I'm turning off Steam anyway. That's good.
Well, for those both streaming and anyone. About 2 weeks ago, my operating system turned inside out.
You see what happened was
What happened
And
was
what happened was, you see, my computer went all pear-shaped and stopped working on account of a bad Windows update, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with heading you at one point or another in your life. And, well, a great many things were backed up. My streaming-related Dungeons and Dragons assets were not among them.
Can we get a F in the chat during a moment of silence?
Everyone, just shh.
alright, F over, keep explaining.
Yes, please.
But as we move on, I do plan to rebuild and reintroduce them over time. You know, just have to actually do it.
Okay.
As most of you are aware, the last 3 months for me have been an average of 96 to 98 hour days, not days, weeks. So. Many hours into a day, mercifully. If they had, I guarantee you, at least one of my employers would try to get me to work that.
Yeah, horrifically so.
Let's make Jeremy a science teacher, please. Mad scientist, science teacher. Let's go.
Who wants to learn some exciting physics?
Exciting physics. Not scary at all.
Of course not.
All
I
right.
was a chemist.
Kids, you're about to learn something really fun. Oh,
Well, you know, chemists get to do things like light the entire floor of the classroom on fire without killing anyone, you know? That just it's not. Despite claims to the contrary, chemistry is not just applied physics, so it doesn't quite translate as cleanly. At any rate, you are in possession of a tablet, specifically, in case you didn't remember what it was, which is a magical artifact that you are supposed to be returning to um, Halo's father.
Yeah,
Yep.
supposed to. Okay.
I mean, you're an adventuring party.
Yeah.
Technically,
Mhm.
that was one of the things that you were asked to do. Two of you are being paid to do it. The other one just has to.
Damn, that sucks, bro. What kind of loser isn't getting paid for this shit?
Sucks to be
Yeah.
them. Gosh, I couldn't
Yep.
imagine not getting paid. I need that to like eat and buy all my books.
Well,
Crazy.
sometimes that happens when you're the illegitimate son of a prominent family.
Damn, somebody here is illegitimate? Fuck, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah, they may have specifically put that into the backstory, and I remembered it. So
Look at you.
I
I'm just
mean,
gonna,
Wow.
I'm just gonna stand over here in the corner. I'm just gonna.
That's probably best.
Okay, I got my life together.
Current
You sure?
No, actually. All right, now I'm sure.
currently the city of Black Glass, which is where you're based, uh, is just a few miles up the road. Well, figuratively speaking, there is not, in fact, a road out here. There is at best a mildly treaded path because most people don't go to crypts deep in the woods.
What are what are we? Some crypt keepers or something?
You're
Grave
basically the
robbers?
opposite of a crypt. Yes, you're more like grave robbers. Although technically speaking, this particular crypt is in your family tree, so like I'm not sure exactly how that translates out.
Look, I was just seeing relatives. I don't know what everybody.
Admittedly, the majority of the people that you met in the crypt definitely didn't belong there. So
Yeah.
So wait, let me to just clarify. The crypt does belong to Helio's family, but the people who were in there were not supposed to be there. Meaning, but like,
Oh
did
wait,
they
didn't we
also
help that one guy
furnish the
escape?
crypt?
they did actually.
Okay, they furnished the crypt.
Yeah, before they got there, it was, a crypt.
Yeah.
Specifically one that people don't come to very often. So
Yeah.
it would have been like covered in cobwebs and moss and like kind of run down.
Mm-hmm.
Smells bad because it's also underground. But when you arrived, it was tidy, orderly, and looked like someone had just refurnished the place recently. It had working labs in it, a rather large ritual chamber, which is where that aforementioned summoning was performed.
Eris's child.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
That I banished
well,
to hell.
They look. They just
something
want.
like yes.
They want to flip my crypt.
Ah,
So
yes.
Oh, I was wondering what that episode of Flip My Crypt was.
It seems so random.
well,
Okay.
you you do recall that during your time over there, it seemed like they had done something weird to specifically the passage of time because, like, once you arrived at the location, the time of day didn't seem to change any. Mm.
Yes, I do remember that the moon seemed to not move in the sky, and we were just like, "The
Yeah,
hell?"
It
you
did
spent
get darker, didn't like the sky did change, didn't it?
no.
I mean, we saw
No.
like hole in it or some shit.
Something
Well,
weird was going on
yes.
with the sky aside from the moon not moving. There was something else buck wild.
Or like a hurricane looking clouds, something like that. I don't
Something.
know.
I took
God's
notes on it.
speaking. He'll probably tell us.
You will, you're right. How dare we interrupt
there was like a cloud coverage that moved in over the area, like one of your grand old movie perpetual storms, although without the rain.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But like beyond that, it stayed the same time of day the whole time you were out there, for I guess time of night. Despite the fact that you technically spent several days worth of time out there, and about 70, not 70, 24, 24 full hours worth of sleep. So
That's a lot of sleep.
We was sleepy boys. Are you criticizing us?
We had to get out
No.
80 hours, 80 weeks.
The
So-
rock needs her
sometimes you
beauty
need a
sleep,
long
and you don't
rest.
want to take the beauty sleep out of the rock.
I'll lose my shine. That's all I got, bro. Otherwise, I'm just a pebble.
No, I'll lose my shine. Damn.
You really gonna take the shine from an old rock?
Personally, no. Other items of interest that you noticed along the way were what appeared to be some sort of clockwork constructs, non-operational but under construction. The cultists that were running around down there had a habit of essentially scooping themselves back together if you left them alone for long enough. Or more accurately, any of them that you hadn't killed came by and put their comrades back together when you weren't looking.
Oh yeah, totally forgot that.
And don't
forgot that
also remember,
completely.
we did decapitate somebody.
I don't think there was a lot of cases
decapitated
where a
somebody.
lot of people were not decapitated. Actually,
It was one person that we did decapitate.
in more
That-
cases than not, they would have gotten decapitated,
I mean, some of
Didn't
them were
they cleave something in half?
bisected, so.
or they got spears
Yes.
up their bum.
Yeah, that's true. One soldier demon got a spear right up the
The
backside.
very first spirit demon that we got.
Oh god,
Oh,
that poor
dear.
guy.
Mm.
He's still limping in hell.
Played a game of Infernal Tennis with some imps.
The
Chased
hernia
them.
getting worse and worse with each volley.
Pearl just went to town on a whole lot of people down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I'm not often allowed to show my full potential, and when I am, why would I squander that? I have no consequences to murdering any of these fucks. Let's go.
Getting paid to do so, in fact.
I was there to
Yep.
get an item, and also, I never get to cut loose.
You were we were there to save Bob, technically.
True.
Well, that was
And
the,
his son, Bob Jr., right?
technically it was Bob Senior and Bob, but it's the same
Bob Jr. and
difference.
Bob. Okay, yeah.
The Bobs.
Yeah.
The Bobs
Who-
with their
Just
bob
bobbing
cuts.
about.
Bob and Bob.
Just
Boobity
Bobs
bobbity
being
boobity.
Bobs.
Just a couple of grave robbers.
Couple of
They,
Bobs.
they were the ones that were supposed to get the tablet that you now have.
Mm-hmm.
One of the three of you knew going into it that the tablet was down there and you should try and pick it up. Although that it was a tablet specifically was not actually conveyed to Hilo, just that there was a powerful magical artifact he was supposed to be scooping up because that's what the Bobs were after. And if the Bobs hadn't been after something of some importance, Hilo's father wouldn't have bothered to send anyone at all. So
Yeah.
It must not be that important since he sent his bastard son.
that's what you start with.
Ah.
Yeah. Then you get the good siblings.
Yeah, you send the least important sibling first. Actually, technically, he sent Bob first. When Bob didn't come back, he sent Halo. If Halo didn't come back, then he would send someone that he might be a little more perturbed about losing. No offense.
Oh, that's
maybe
sure
with
he
me
means full
returning
respect.
this item, I will actually get, the love that I was seeking from my parents,
And I deserve.
from my
Yeah,
stepfather.
sorry. The Rock and I need to convince you that we know that's not gonna happen. You will never get the love you deserve, and you
I
need to
still
murder
think
your
you guys
family.
are. What is it? I still think you are a monk
Oh, no, 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 no,
and a
no, no, no,
fighter.
no.
No.
You have fully like been convinced otherwise based off of our what 24 hours of being together.
What
That
was
No,
it?
was over
I think
24 hours. That
I
was
think you
just
came
24
to
hours of sleep.
I think you
Yeah.
came to that realization pretty quick after a while that we were not what we said we were, or what you convinced yourself we was,
I was
because
going to
we
say,
never told you.
technically,
We never told you
Halo
that
came
shit
to
right there,
that
bro.
conclusion on its own. But yeah, no, you are aware of the fact that Crystal is Druid and Frel is Platinum at this point.
Okay.
Although that particular deception would be the wrong word. Uh, detail. That particular detail did stay out of reach for a considerable period of time, much to the amusement of your party members.
Shit, I gotta get up. I gotta get my charger. Fuck. It tried to tell me this like 5 minutes ago and I forgot.
It's okay.
Man, we're
I'm
still
just
in the
gonna add-
intro. How the fuck does Jeremy put up with us?
I don't know.
Easily.
He loves us. Maybe.
God, that's a flaw on his part, ain't it?
You're not supposed to say that out loud.
Well,
You think I have any
I
tact whatsoever?
You have a pact with your demon.
Tact.
tact.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
And the answer is yes. Whether or not you choose to deploy it is an entirely separate question.
All right, fair point. Continue with your intro, God.
um, well, behind you, the sky has cleared up, and it is day now. So, whatever was happening with the local time appears to have alleviated. But yeah, you are standing in the woods, not too far away from where you just were, holding a powerful magical object, more than
Who
a
has it
few
specifically?
demonic tomes, scrolls, and an assortment of magical reagents that you looted from the place.
If I
Don't forget
recall
magical
correctly, I have a
clothes.
handful of like seeds of some kind as well, like wheat seeds from that old lady's body.
Yes.
And I have one of the
I need to find my
cultists'
book.
cloaks.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You all right there, Crystal?
What?
Oh
There
no.
we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
No, she's still robot-y.
Did I turn into a robot?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Did I still
Oh, yeah.
robot? Oh no!
I think you're
Someone's scrambled the rock.
Damn it. Who
No,
cracked
don't scramble rock. Someone
rock?
unscramble rock, please.
Okay, you're coming good now.
Am I coming back? Am I
Yes.
back?
You-
Okay. I did not
All
mean
right.
to be like this.
Well, there's more distortion
Wonky.
again. Well, what is streaming without scuff?
I know, right?
Well,
It's like
I'm just gonna stop the stream.
Um,
Mm.
was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, here you stand. You want to head back to town?
Question.
Uh,
Who specifically is holding the magical tablet?
Actually, I don't have that written down, so I don't know.
Well, should we
Someone should have it
randomly
in their
roll a
thing.
die?
We can.
Well, I would, except I lost my little booklet that I usually keep because it's been how many fucking months since we done this?
I have
Sure.
my. You got inventory in D&D and Beyond.
But did we
Who
put
keeps
it in
track of
there?
it there?
I
have a
have
little
been
physical
faithfully,
book that I write things down in.
I've been faithfully using it. I got infernal Bibles and scrolls of demons and whatnot. I got all the things. I know what I got.
Man, it sounds like you were prepared. That's kind of lame.
I just don't have the
Uh,
memory of a peanut, and I don't want to forget if I have something. So I know for facts I don't have the tablet.
Well,
You
I don't
guys
want
can
to
roll.
Ours
forget
has
it
been
either,
very well
but I
opened.
lost my book. That
Both of you can
Um,
roll to see if you have it.
I'm checking right now. I'm actually checking my inventory right now.
I mean, if I was going to say statistically who ended up
Could
with
be
it,
Helio for
Yeah,
sure.
it could be me. But I don't have it in here because I was putting my stuff in there. So
I think it could be Crystal or I, because what if we just lost the tablet back in the dungeon?
It's not me. I don't have the tablet.
Okay,
I
if you
just
don't have
don't
it
have
and
tablet.
Helio doesn't have it, then I guess I have it. Let's say I have it. I have magical tablet of supreme importance, and I am
Okay.
trying not to mention it in front of Helium.
okay,
Super wild.
yeah.
I hope I find my
I
book, though.
mean,
That shit's important.
historically, anything that didn't end up in Hilo's hands ended up in Crystal's hands, like in terms of
True.
like.
If it's anything that had scrawl on it, for sure it ended up in my hands.
Yeah,
If
our
it,
resident scholar definitely did not allow anything with writing to escape her grasp.
yes, I had to fight to get a damn book to read from Crystal.
The only reason why it is that I know she doesn't have it is because Iris is meticulous about writing everything she picked up down, too.
I know exactly how many demonic scrolls I have in my possession,
I'm pretty
among
fucking
other
meticulous
things.
as well. I just don't have the book.
And
That-
I made sure like I was writing mine down in
How dare you lose the book? To be precise, I have 4 demon summoning scrolls.
there
Four.
is one
Why?
other place.
And a
Let me
list of demon names.
I think the devil
Uh,
names.
an infernal Bible, a book of infernal spells. What else I got?
Iris is about to change up her entire class on us.
These were just things, and I thought they would be helpful because we were in a crypt full of demon worshippers. I thought maybe the whole thing about like what was going on outside and fighting them would help, and maybe it'll help me with some other things that I'm looking into.
Okay, so I found the book. I have 13 healing salve, a handful of wheat seeds, 37 gold, I think, or GP, whatever that is, and
That's
Oh,
gold.
this is
magic
Magic.
tablet.
Oh, here it is!
oh, right under
Oh, I
it.
found it. Wonderful.
Where it has
It
been
was
the
deep
whole
in my
time.
pocket. It was deep in my
the
pocket.
whole time.
The entire
Crazy
time.
how that works, right? Oh, well, I guess we could carry on.
Um,
All right, so we are all together. How far away, like, are we from the next, like, the next town? Are we like still like in the woods going to the next
We're
town? Or are
not
we
far away
actually
from
there?
the dungeon.
Black Glass is about 10 miles up the road, which makes it the closest city or village, in this case, city.
I
And is
kind
that where we're contractually obligated to take the tablet back to?
I mean, it's where Hilo lives,
Mhm.
slash his father is at. It's certainly where he found the two of you. Now,
Mhm.
whether or not you're contractually obligated to go there is a matter of debate, being as technically speaking, you were hired under the table for this job. So there's no contract per se, just sort of a handshake operation about rescuing some old guy. this particular magic object was not ever specifically discussed as part of this operation.
Yeah, if I knew I would be finding a magical object for the fucking pigs, I wouldn't have done it.
Technically, when you were hired, you didn't even realize that he was a cop.
Exactly.
I'm just an
Did
investigator.
he already tell us that his family is a bunch of cops, or do we just know that Helio is cops?
I'm the only. I was sent to the magical police. My family they run different things from science to military to city politics.
Wait, so
Bro, that's
you're
wild. I don't remember anything. I thought the whole family was cops.
Mm-mm.
There are definitely more members of the extended family than just Halo in the police, but like they're not all of the cops.
Yeah.
Also, some of the other families in town, not that you specifically would know this, but do have leverage over the police, so they don't have complete dominion over what they get up to.
I want to have. Do we know what's on this tablet? Have we looked at it yet?
No,
Try to transcribe it.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
in a
if you
different
want,
language. God?
define a different language. What language did you think it was in?
I mean,
Well,
is it in common? Is it written in what like?
Does it have a
It's written
language
in
on it as well?
primordial, which is
Yeah, does it have anything? Does it have? Is it a cookbook? What is it?
it's written in primordial.
none of
Which-
us can read primordial.
I can read primordial, actually.
All right.
I would like to read this tablet.
Okay.
Okay.
What it say? Tell me, God.
Well, you
Make an
gotta roll for
Arcana
that.
check.
I gotta roll to read.
Yes.
What roll is that?
Okay, so you understand English, right? But if I gave you, like, say, a graduate level chemistry textbook, opened it to a random page, and asked you to
Hey, you're
tell me
right.
what
You're
it was
right.
saying,
Can I really actually grasp the concepts? What kind of thing is this? Yeah, go ahead. What kind of check is this?
it's an Arcana check.
Okay. I got an 8 plus 2, 10. Which
It
is
says a
bullshit.
lot.
It says a lot. Can I at least read one thing out loud? Like what
I
it
mean, you
say?
could read the entire thing out loud if you want.
I go to a random paragraph and
The question
read.
is whether or not you understand what it says.
Okay.
Statistically speaking, it's some sort of a magic artifact covered with writing on one side, so it almost certainly casts some form of spell.
I was
You
about to
found
say,
it in
can
the
I at least
possession of some people who had recently summoned a rather large and aggressive demon.
does
So,
anything
statistically, you could probably survive.
does anything stick out to me considering that I have like a list of demon names and whatnot? Does anything seem
Have
familiar
you rolled
from
for
what I'm
Arcana
looking
yet?
at? I did. I got a 10.
Oh,
Got 10.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anything seem familiar to me?
Make an investigation roll.
Crap. 11. My rolls are shit.
Yeah, not really.
Okay, so I just saw
To
this
be fair,
primordial
the
written
tablet's
tablet.
written in primordial. The
Fuck.
list is written in infernal. So
Great.
there's a linguistic divide there. They don't necessarily exactly match up.
Understood.
I say, let's get the fuck away from this crib and let's get to some sort of safety because God knows what the fuck else is out here. And we can figure this out in the safety of 4 walls versus, 1,000-acre forest.
As
Okay,
long as I'm
then
around, shit's safe as fuck.
He's
I
going
just
to get bonked over the head and
I
I
just
mean,
know that before we enter whatever city fucking walls we go through, I need to learn more about this tablet. Because we almost died to get it. It's related to demons, and I know of a prophecy or myth that is somewhat related to demons that may bring the downfall of this entire country.
And
So
for
I need
some
to know
reason,
what this is.
Helium, your family wants it.
I do not feel as if I can pass this along without figuring this out a little bit more. So yes, we can find shelter if we really want to, but I don't feel like going to this city until I know a little bit more about this tableau.
How about
and
this? How about
from Halo's perspective, to be fair, they already had the tablet. It was just in the crypt.
yeah?
And
But
But we
the
already
fact that-
determined that some forces outside of the family moved into that crypt. They could have.
That's true. Also, he's never mentioned that it was, in fact, a family crypt.
So we
But
don't know
my
that it is.
employer
But-
wants this tablet. What, or do
Well-
I not know that?
I mean, you know now.
How about this? How about this? How about this? In the sake of us getting to somewhere safe and rightfully and justly, we'll do this. We get to the next city.
Mm.
We'll buy some time to one rest up and get ourselves out of this predicament. But in that time of resting, it gives Crystal some time to research this tablet. And on top of that, I'll buy some time with my father, or at least I will attempt to, and try to give us as much time as we can so that you can learn some things.
If I
if
can
you're
hide
feeling
Crystal,
like-
I have a couple of libraries I can get her into that she might love.
That's fine. All I ask is like it be eventually returned to my family. But
After we determine what it's for.
So, Halo, you know for a fact that if you walk into the city with that thing, your father is basically going to be on you for it the instant you walk into the city limits. Like,
but they don't know that, right?
Oh shit.
Can I
that
can I
you
roll for, can I roll
have
for
it?
deception? No,
I
no, 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 no.
already indicated that I don't want to go to the city.
No, that
So-
that Frel and Crystal don't know that my family would be immediately on us like white on rice.
No, I suppose we wouldn't know, but
mean,
but Crystal doesn't want to go to
technically-
the city anyway.
Oh, even without that, I don't want to enter the city with this tablet without knowing what it is first. I don't care about the potentials.
Are
That's
there any
the...
other cities nearby we can go to, Jer?
Yeah, you could go to the village of Eastbrook.
What's there?
Is that the
What does it
suburbs?
have?
What? What is that?
Not the
It
suburbs.
is a farming community.
Ooh, farming community.
Good enough place to sleep and eat. Let's go.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm Helio. I'm easygoing. I like these people.
Oh damn, he likes us. What?
Oh shit, we're liked.
All I've done for the entire time I've known Helium is get his name wrong in various ways and insult him. And he
Now
likes
just,
me, man.
Now just imagine the things that I had to go through as a child to say like, hey,
Masochist.
you know, the things that I had to go through just to get that and say like, you know, this could be worse. You could, you know, be doing a lot more horrible things to me
That's a fair
and
point.
calling out.
All right.
So
How do we initiate traveling to the city, Jer? Or this village, rather.
Well, you tell me that you're headed that direction, which is basically the. So Black Glass was to the east. You're headed west. It's about 20 miles. So, you know, I make some random encounter checks.
Okay.
We are headed to that village of whatever name you just gave us.
That has
We're-
farmers in them.
we're
Yep.
going to the farming land,
It is called Eastbrook.
Eastbrook.
Yep.
Eastbrook. Eastbrook. Farming suburbs.
Man, my Abby does not know what to do when I'm smiling. She just like flips between angry and surprised. It's kind
I'm
of scary.
Angry and surprised. All right. We're off to see the farmers, the wonderful farmers of us.
Okay.
We're singing that song the whole time.
Time.
Fro, I interrupt our dandy little song because my interest is 10,000% piqued about these libraries that you were talking about. Are they on the way to the farming suburbs? Yes, you say?
Oh, fuck
No,
no.
they're in the opposite direction of the city.
Yeah, no.
It will be in
Uh,
the opposite direction. Where?
In the city.
They're in
In the
City.
city
Glass.
that I said that I'm not going to?
Yes.
Correct.
Fuck!
I mean,
I hate to tell you this,
technically,
but like
all
the
over the
likelihood
land.
that there's more than one or two printed objects at all in Eastbrook is pretty low.
Yeah. And like technically in many major cities across the map, there are libraries that I, as a paladin and as somebody of the cloth, can exclusively get into for
This
now.
is true, yes.
And
Brella is special.
a little.
Okay.
You are significantly special. There are many people who wear armor and a holy symbol on their chest and call themselves paladins. Most of them are fighters. Which is to say,
Interesting.
they don't have any magic power. They
Sounds lame as
say,
fuck.
help me, God. And God says, I'm busy.
And then when they
You.
win, they attribute it to God anyway, so.
Yes, they
Call
do.
me in 30 minutes.
Mm.
I'm in the shower. Give me a second. That's what God replies with.
Not I'm in the shower. No, God's like, hey, did you remember that one time you didn't put the chicken in the sink to the thaw it? Remember? Remember?
I do.
Your mama's ass whooping was not punishment enough.
Okay.
Similarly, most like clerics / priests can't use magic.
That's kinda
It's
lame.
only like a small portion of them that can.
But either way, yes, Crystal, I like you. So if there is some way that I could hide you, or you could take animal form and hide in my robes while I slip you into some kind of exclusive religious library that you want access to, I'm fine with that. But there's not going to be any in this tiny village town.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, this is a temporary situation anyway, just to get us all, in comfortable situation. So yes, okay.
Alright.
Continuing to the farm suburbs.
Well, as you head that direction, when you're about 2 miles outside of where Eastbrook is, you start coming across burnt trees.
Ah, shit.
Ah, fuck.
And
Okay.
looks like someone kicked up quite a fuss near here.
Does there appear to be any casualties that I can just see?
Make a perception check.
I will as well.
I will as well.
18 plus 2, 20.
23.
Ah,
I can see everything.
15.
So
See,
it's a nat 20 and
so
then my
much.
plus
in the
3,
air.
but I'll share my screen with you because that sounds like cheaty as fuck, but I swear to God, guys.
I trust you.
I got 15. By the way, guys, for my stream, I am rolling with IRL dice until I get my dice setter ready because I thought we were going to be using Tailspire. So,
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So 23 is.
I got a 15, Jer. No bonus.
Okay. Well, Crystal and Frel, notice what appears to be a hand in some of the scorched bushes nearby.
Uh-oh.
Hand?
Oof.
Does it
They're
look
Yeah,
like it's
they
attached
don't
to
appear to
him?
be
hand?
like just a hand.
A
Severed
not
hand?
decapitated,
Yes,
severed hand.
it is a severed hand.
Is
Does it
it
appear to
also
be
burned?
damaged? Yeah, there you go.
I mean, apart from being severed.
Yeah.
A perfectly
It's
severed
scorched.
and cooked hand.
Is it
No,
medium rare?
Is it
or
roasted
it
the way I
well
like
done?
them?
it it's raw.
Is the
Okay.
meat fall off the bone tender?
I have
We are
It's
typed,
not
raw.
cannibals. We
I
are
have
not
typed
cannibals.
the word raw in my
You
note.
are not cannibal.
Oh
I just
my
got out
god,
of a dungeon. I've been fighting. I've been protecting people. I'm hungry.
You have
What have we been
rations.
eating?
we have food.
Oh, we have been eating rashes this whole time. What is rations?
What about meats?
It's space food, ain't it? Rations ain't rations.
It depends on where you're from, actually. Like
Oh.
sometimes it's like basically dehydrated bread,
We've
which
been
is to
eating
say,
dry
like
ass rations for
hardtack.
3 bloody days. I need
But
more meats.
in this portion of the world, it tends to be a combination of like dried berries and jerky.
All right, I've had my meats. Never mind. I won't eat the hand.
All right. So we notice that there is a singular severed hand in the burning bush.
Bushes are not. It's it's a scorched bush. It's not burning presently.
Is it like complete? Like, are all the leaves gone? Is it? How burned is it?
Yeah, it's pretty burned. There's like a couple of leaves towards the ground, but
Okay.
mostly.
And the trees, I'd like to look at those closely to see if I can determine if this was a magical, or like use an ability, I don't know what I have, to determine if this was a magical fire or a naturally, I don't know, naturally occurring fire. If humans have
Yeah.
a hand in
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
it. Got it. Only 6.
Can I aid in that as well?
Sure is burnt.
I got a 5.
Damn.
I
Okay.
agree. I concur. So burnt this is.
Let's okay.
Very
I'll-
crispy wood.
I'll roll an Arcana check. Hold on.
This is bullshit. I'm proficient in these things, and I get the shittiest rolls for them.
Okay,
Seriously.
15
You know,
plus 4. So I got a 19.
Finally, so a magician, dependable. Actually, you're a sorcerer, right?
Yes.
Yes. He's one of the rare sorcerers that, in fact, studied somewhere along the way. But in your defense, in the typical like learning environment, what a tree looks like when it's blasted with firebolts doesn't come up that often.
This is very true.
This is a tree that's been blasted by fire.
We would just have to see if. Oh, okay, understood. So this was a magical encounter. The only casualty we can tell from based off our perception check is that there's a severed hand somewhere. Can we presume that maybe someone blew themselves up? They just were shitting at their own magic.
It's unlikely. Usually, if someone blows themselves up, there's more than a hand left over.
Oh,
What are we, magical CSI?
you
Well,
are a cop. Wait a
I'm
minute.
an
Hold on.
I'm an
It's a
investigator.
magnitude thing. Like,
Investigate, motherfucker. What do you mean? Yeah.
if it's
This is
sufficient
your job.
to vaporize most of the person, then it usually leaves like a crater and like. You
Plus,
don't have
this
to
hand
ask yourself,
isn't
was this a
cooked through,
magical
so
event?
It probably wasn't.
Is this a clean severance?
No, it's probably with a weapon. It's probably dirty as fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably. I mean, I
Uh, well, you're proficient in medicine, so.
I am.
As
yeah,
am I.
and
Oh.
I have.
I did acquire an
investigation.
18 with that.
No, it's not. It's not actually a very clean cut. Like the bone is shattered rather than like cut through. So if you were to guess, this hand was not severed by like a sword or an axe or something like that, but like someone just smacked someone hard enough with a blunt object that their hand came off.
Okay.
Let's keep walking to the city. I don't know if I want to fuck
Right.
Let
around
us
with
be
someone
now
again.
prepared. But it got smacked directly off of the person.
All right.
I don't know if I want to fuck with anything
One or
that can
two strikes,
Someone
but
perform
said,
a brute
"Get your
force
hand out my cookie jar," and said, "Whoops," and said, "You know what? I'm just gonna put this over here."
I mean,
I kinda-
in fairness, it is possible for a farmer to do that to somebody. You are aware.
Farmers can just smack your hand off.
Yeah, because they
I-
spend all day doing heavy labor
Holy
and
shit!
carrying.
Hey, listen here, Jared. Don't talk to me like that's a natural occurrence in this world too. I know some people who do some heavy labor. They cannot smack my hand hard enough.
Depends what they're holding at the time.
You're right. I guess a blunt. You said a blunt object potentially as well.
Yeah.
Is there a trail of destruction? Can we see where this burning begins and ends, or like leads to?
Going into danger.
Definitely starts here. There's like a 60-foot pause where everything seems basically normal, and then there's another like sporadic spread of scorched plants.
All right, gang. Do we care to save the day, or are we gonna keep walking to Eden? Elder.
Eastbrook.
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 So named
Eldritch.
because of you go up far enough, there's going to be a brook that runs.
And it's to the east.
Yeah, well,
Fucking
to the
these
east of the-
farmers are brilliant wordsmiths.
So, just to be clear, because I think I missed that part, the Trail of Destruction is not going in the same direction as Eastbrook. This is somewhere totally different.
I was going straight towards Eastbrook, but I was going to
Oh.
say you're only like 2 miles outside of town. If someone was like letting loose with magical attacks and or beating each other to death in any capacity, you'd be able to hear it at that range.
All right,
Mm,
so we'll follow the. I'll follow the trail. I vote we follow the trail of destruction towards Eastbrook.
Well, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
terribly curious at this point what the fuck happened here. So, yeah, sure.
I just put my hand over my face and like, yeah, let's just do that. Let's
Alright.
better to kill it now than kill it later.
I have my shield prepared just in case.
Skeletal hands on the ready.
Well, as you draw closer to the village, you can see that they have a pretty standard like log wall around the place, which is what you get around poorer or frequently expanding settlements. Because I mean, the woods do have monsters of various sizes in them, so you don't want them just wandering into town. But like someone's burnt a hole through the outer wall. You can, however, see a guy just sort of leaning on a shovel, standing in the hole and like chewing on a long piece of grass. He's watching you, but not really saying much.
What can we tell about
Mm,
him?
Fair farmer.
Well, he is a human, about 6 feet tall.
Pathetic.
He's a human.
Even worse.
This is
Humans.
worse and worse as you keep
A
describing
6
it.
foot tall human is usually pretty tall for them. But he's wearing pretty simple brown clothes. They're like probably made out of hemp, if you were to guess. Has a straw hat on his head. seems thoroughly unbothered by the fact that you're there, in the sort of way that only a guy who has been living out these parts for a long time can be.
All right. I kind of look at the team and like, do you guys want me to go ask him if he knows what the fuck is going on around here?
Please and thank you.
Which one is the most human looking of us? It's him, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
a-
I mean, I'm gray
That is a
and my skin
question.
is made of
That is-
stone.
I
So, and I'm
am
and I'm
missing
a
an
fucking
eye.
tiefling, so
You,
I'm a half elf with dragon scales.
it's you. The answer is
it's
you.
you.
What color's your skin? Flesh tone? Go. You.
Alright.
Damn.
Alright. So, alright. I'm going to try to talk to this guy
Okay.
with and ask him questions. Um,
Such
like I'm gonna ask him like, so, hey, what's going on around here? Can you explain to me
Oh god,
why
Crystal,
they?
you can't talk to people. Abort.
No. Let him try. It's been a couple days. He hasn't talked to anyone but us.
Hello, sir. Can you please can you let me know what's going on around here with all the fire and the burnt trees and kind of craters? Do you know what's going on? I'm just passing
uh,
through.
got raided.
By Raid Shadow Legends?
Shut up.
What?
Shut up. Shut up. Abort. Abort. Never mind. Abort.
Okay. I had to get my one. I had to get my one reference in there. Damn it. Okay. So the town is getting raided. What? By who? What?
Uh, some sort of wizards came into town, ran off with some folks and some cows.
They kidnapped people?
Eric?
Yeah, one or two.
Is this a
It-
normal occurrence?
No, but they ain't been back, so, not worrying about it too much, except for the fact that we got this hole here.
How long ago were they here?
Yeah.
About 7 days.
7 days ago. And no one has returned yet? At all? Not even from the village?
Well, don't usually expect people to get carried off by bandits to come back.
Touche. Do you know which way they went?
He looks at you kind of like slightly squinting and tilts his head to the side. Then he looks over your shoulder at the path of spotted scorch marks leading off into the woods.
No way. What? No way. They went in the direction we just came from?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
But
We didn't see
this
them.
fellow looks
Oh,
too fancy to be one of them, and
Thank you.
the lady's a paladin. Yeah, you look like some sort of a scholar and or druid, so
Yeah.
Oh, we already passed them. Oh well. Anywhere we
on
can get
account
through
of
the
the
boarding town.
books.
On account of all the books that I'm holding. The bags and no, I don't have them in bags. They're literally just in my hands, falling, and I have to pick them up as we travel. Yes,
You're
my
like that too
books.
many limes guy.
I look at the farmer. I kind of scratch my head, and I'm like, okay, how about this? We're gonna be passing through, but we'll probably stay here for a bit. Do you have like any like alert system? Like
Nasty limes.
Yeah, I'm the
to
alert system.
you have one? Like
No, he is it.
you are the alert system, sir?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. How about this? Do you have any lodgings here that we possibly could use just in case, more of these wizards up here. Maybe we can confront them here before they get to the city.
This whole.
City's
That's
back
it.
that way.
Well, I mean, the town, far east.
Oh, here?
Yes.
I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, we ain't got much other than the barns.
Are you guys okay with the barn?
I
I've
mean, we've
slept
been
in a barn
sleeping
before.
outside for like the past, what, 3-4 days? I think it's good. This is probably an upgrade, if anything.
I've slept in so many barns. I have a barn reviewing panel in the newspaper in black glass. I review barns based on sleepability, and I will tell you, sir, that if we are not put in an adequate barn, that I will be writing a scathing review of Eastbrook.
Oh, do what you like.
Well, all right. If you don't mind, we'll stay at your barn then, sir. And if there's any sign of emergency,
It's barn for cows, so I don't know what to tell you.
oh, well, at least does it have a top floor?
Yeah, I've got a hayloft.
Any
All right.
restaurants, storefronts,
Okay. Cellars?
blacksmiths? Try to do
we
some
got
shopping.
we've got a blacksmith.
How do y'all get food?
Ma'am, this is a farming community.
Yes,
We
yes,
grow our food.
correct. But you don't grow every type of food. You
Nor do
personally.
you probably cook it all yourself, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean, if on an individual basis, we do tend to cook all our own food. I mean, there's not a whole lot of
This man's been
commerce.
eating corn for the past 15 years.
My dear sir, do you not have a tavern?
He's
Where you and your
corn-based
buddies,
diet.
after hitting the old dusty trail, you know,
All of
take
the
a nice
streets are
fine pint.
I just facepalm just as you guys are just
Facepalm.
continuously going on with this. I'm just like, all right, we have somewhere we can stay.
Okay, fine.
I'm
We'll figure
trying to
this out
eat.
later.
Thank you, sir. Thank
I've
you.
been for the outside of fiction for the longest. I've been trying to figure out what that rating system is that people talk about. Like if you put bad reviews on, what's that called again?
Yelp.
Yelp.
Yelp. Okay, and then also once I figured what out that was called, I was gonna try to make a pun of it involving some sort of farm thing, but I don't. It hasn't come to mind yet. Don't worry, it'll simmer and I'll come back
It's
to
just
it
called
later.
Moo.
No,
I was gonna say it's called Yep.
you know what?
That
That
was
sounds
better.
good. That was it right there.
Yeah.
That's the tweet.
Yep.
We found it.
I got the review on Yep over there. Yep. Yes, sirree. Now that's my fucking actual accent coming out. Oh fuck.
Yeah, put that away. That's indecent.
Clean yourself up.
God damn it. Going from the
All
frat
right,
boy to
we're-
the country boy.
We're
All right.
going to the barn.
Let's
Okay.
go to the barn.
This is a good time for me to adjust my spells, right?
I
Since
mean,
we're
once
chilling
we're
here in this
rested.
barn.
Chilling
Now,
in the
what did
barn,
you
yeah.
want to say to your spells?
I didn't want to talk to my spell. Wait, is that how I adjust my? I talk to my spells? Do I talk to Bear? Really?
I thought you said address your spell.
No, I said adjust. I got really excited there, Jerry. You're gonna let me talk to my spells. It's gonna be really awesome.
I mean, you can if you want to. I don't know how conversational they'll be.
All right, listen here, Firebolt.
But generally, you select what spells you're going to have for the day by essentially communing with nature.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna talk to this cow, and it's gonna tell me what spells I can use now.
Hold on. Out of curiosity, does communing with man does communing with like tamed nature count? Like if she talks to a potted plant, is that the same as talking to a tree in a forest?
Well, assuming that she casts a spell that allows her to comprehend the plant in question, it would be definitely
Tell
mildly
me I
different.
commune with nature. Listen here.
I'm just wondering if she can commune
People
with
in
like
our
man.
reality
Like if she
commune
goes
with
out
nature all
in
the
the
time
fucking
with
wheat
varying
fields,
level as a result.
If she goes in the wheat fields and communes with nature, is that less significant than if she goes into a 200 years old forest and communes with nature?
You do not know the answer to this question.
I'm
Understood.
asking you, Crystal.
Oh, me? Oh,
Do the wheat fields have like a
did
weird
God
accent
just
on
tell me
them?
I don't know that answer? Do I not know that answer, Jared? Or can I?
I mean, you don't know of any specific pros or cons to like
Hey,
doing one
nature's
versus the
nature.
other. But
is
yeah,
what it
I
is.
mean, technically speaking, you'd probably be more at home in your favored environment, but like
For that.
that's sort of like saying I'm gonna read on my favorite chair versus this horrible couch. Like you
I
can
could
do
still
both.
read,
You can still
but
read.
am I gonna be comfortable while I do so is a different question. Understood.
This is a
Okay.
Alright, that
GMO.
was my only question, that's all.
Alright.
No, no, Tom, it's not a GMO wheat field, and it does not count as constructs this time.
This time.
This time, you gotta
This
grow
time.
your own wheat to make it work. You gotta till the lands, Crystal. You gotta till these lands.
Fuck.
If you build it, they will come.
Hey, this is so funny because the song that I'm hearing for the background is called Sunset Fields. Ah, timely. Anywho's it?
Yeah, the locals
Anyway, I'm
seem
not
to
gonna distract
basically
it.
be going about their business. Like you're not
Nice.
causing trouble, so like they look your direction, but like not really notable
I
as
just
far as
want
they're
to
concerned.
manage some spells.
Uh-oh.
That's all I want to do. I just want to manage some spells right now.
Okay.
There we go. I look at the farmer. Are we? Oh wait, are we at the barn now?
Yeah, I mean, unless
kinda-
you want to go somewhere else.
Nah, once we're there, I kind of put some of my stuff down, and I asked the farmer, like, okay, well, since you're letting us stay here, is there anything around the farm that, or around the city that we can do to kind of repay this debt back? Because I'm not sure, like,
I'm
if the
sorry,
hospitality.
you asking me if there's something you can do to repay me for letting you sleep in the same place as my cows?
I mean, it is a form of hospitality. You didn't have to let us stay here. You could have told us to go kick rocks.
I mean, I could
Hey, I
have,
pick up
but
pep raising.
Not
hardly seems
literal.
polite. It's not like you've been rude to me.
Um,
Also,
well-
again, it is a barn that cows use, so you know, I
Oh,
wouldn't
this farmer,
exactly
let's keep him.
call it the greatest of accommodations.
I mean, how do you have accommodations for at least my two friends that are a little bit more hospitable?
Sir, this is a farming village. We have
This is-
roughly as much space
a
as there
Wendy's.
are villagers.
All right, well, guys, I tried. I tried to upgrade your lodgings.
I didn't ask to be upgraded.
And
Well, thank
Maybe-
you for the attempt. I appreciate you. Thank you.
well, I just put my
I'm
stuff
gonna.
down.
I'm still sitting here next to this cow, petting it as I manage my spells. This is me communing with nature.
Okay.
I'm
It
putting my
looks
stuff
at you
down.
as it chews grass.
Let's see.
Farmer, does this cow have a name? Do you have a name?
I'm Lars.
Oh,
Lars.
Yep.
Lord.
Don't name the
Cow
cows
here.
though.
Aw, can I name your cow?
If you like. I ain't gonna use its name though.
Your name is 2%. Hello, 2%. Yes, this is good.
2% what?
Alright, you guys do what you do. That's for me to know.
I literally just
fair
stop and
enough.
I just look over like, I know this rock did not just call this cow 2%. Oh my god.
2%. His name is 2%.
I look down. Let's see. I'm going to like while we're just sitting for a quick second, I want to change my arcane focus item. I have 3 of them. I think I have like 3 of them. Yeah, I have a wand, a normal and a crystal, and then a different arcane focus that just says arcane focus.
Shit.
So to be clear, you just wrote down arcane focus for one of them.
Yeah, it was just like no, I think it gave it to me like the D&D Beyond. It said arcane focus, and then like I know from gear,
Oh, I see.
yeah, this crystal and
Yeah.
then wand.
I mean, you can switch between them whenever you want. Like, it's not like any of them are a +1 item or anything like that. So, you know, you're not attuned to them or anything. It's just what you happen to be holding when you're casting spells, basically.
Mr. Lars, is there like, does the blacksmith do jewelry at all?
No.
Right, I had an idea.
Mans is not used to not being in a big city.
Ew.
Clearly.
Where are you?
My fancy
Oh,
man.
Maybe I can help.
I regret to inform you that, first of all, when you're looking for jewelry, what you're really looking for is generally a goldsmith, which is a similar but different trade. And second of all, not one that is generally applied within farming community.
The reason why I asked is I know that this is, you know, a farming town, and I know that though it may be crude, I have an idea that I just wanted.
Okay, no, I'm shutting this down. You have no ideas. We're not gonna bother the blacksmith. We're here to rest up, get food, and figure out what this thing we have is, and nothing else.
I just wanted to put
No.
this arcane focus as an earring. That's it.
You're not going to get an earring from this farming village.
Fine. I just take some
The
string and
most
tie it around.
precision thing that our blacksmith generally makes are nails. And that's also technically outside the normal purview of a blacksmith. So I'll leave it up to your imagination how precise they are sometimes.
Especially something you want to stick in your ear.
Magical tetanus or fashion. Magical
Yeah.
tetanus. Nah. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is
stopped.
why I'm shutting that idea down right now. You're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Fine,
Alright.
fine.
Gare just recalled something.
Yeah.
Lars said the village was attacked 7 days ago. Yeah?
Mhm. Yep.
Well, that severed hand, did it look like it was rotting?
No.
This was a fresh hand?
It was a not rotting hand.
I think I know where you're about to go with this.
I had an 18 on my medical check. Could I have tell the like what how
No.
Believe.
I
7
think we
days
lost
old?
you.
7 days old?
7 days old. I mean, it didn't seem like it was. It is not in the condition you would normally expect from a 7-day-old hand sitting in the woods by a long shot. First of all, like, imagine just leaving raw meat out on the counter for like 7 days.
Flies,
Hey,
maggots,
hey,
all that
Mr.
stuff.
Lars. Hey, have you, other than the,
Farming blacksmith would be very used to making nails. That's what keeps the horse hooves. Yeah, well, you have a good point there, Tom. Although no one's seen any horses.
Mr. Lars, other than the raid, have you, and people being kidnapped, have you noticed anything else wrong with possibly the sky?
Like,
like the moon or the sun's position? Has the sun come out? Has it always been sunny? Has it always just been nighttime?
That was only near the dungeon.
Well, it's
He's about to say it.
I mean, it's changed between night and day approximately once night and day. Don't have any kind of clockwork devices to precisely time it or anything. So
Things have been looking pretty
seems
normal
about right
around here.
for this time of year, anyway.
Okay.
I feel like I can't do that. I feel like that's only. Well,
I don't know
Jer.
what the fuck is about
Yes.
to come out of your mouth?
You may say no to this, but like if I decided to go outside and throw a dagger down to kind of make like a sundial, just to see where the shadows cast, could I do that?
What the fuck? Hi.
I mean, there's not any reason you couldn't.
Somebody's gonna take your fucking dagger. That's a city dagger.
These
That's
are
a
not
cop dagger.
barbarians. You're not
Yeah, point of order is a farming village. They
gonna
don't. They would recognize it as a very valuable knife, but like, what are they going to do with it? Realistically,
I don't
there's
trust
nowhere to
anyone
pawn it
that
in
can take it.
town, and they wouldn't know who to sell it to if they got to the city. So
Because I'm like super like because of what happened before, and I'm kind of like on edge. Like you're saying, all right, the sun and like time kind of flows. You guys just don't have a clock. Okay, all right.
Most
that's-
places don't have.
yeah,
clocks.
most places don't have clocks.
Okay. I kind of just sit a little bit on edge, but I'm kind of like I kind of realize what Crystal was saying, and I'm kind of like,
And I don't know that anyone would be rolling to discover heliocentrism, Tom.
no. Okay. What I kind of look at the team, just like, all right, guys, what do you want to do now?
Man, we can't do jack shit here.
Confused why that severed hand was there.
I
You
mean,
can't accept rest for sure, for sure. But I am confused about this hand. Like, if it was part of the, if this is a like a death from the attack from the raid, that bad boy should definitely have been like, you know, nommed on or got some fly or something. That hand was
after
in
7 days, yeah.
relatively
Norm.
good condition.
We didn't smell rotting flesh at all.
Yeah, no, it didn't smell rotten or
It
look rotten.
severed.
Okay, well, you guys can go investigate this mystery hand. I am going to sleep.
Okay.
I kind of look at Crystal. You
That's
want to go
fair.
back out and explore? Or do you want to rest?
Exploration is always a good thing. I am now terribly curious about what the heck is going on with that scene and how it relates to anything else. Yes, I want to go back.
All right. Well, I tell like before Fro falls asleep, I'm just like, we're gonna go over there.
Yeah, whatever. Scream if you need my help.
All right. And I'm with Crystal, and I'm just like, let's go.
Okay. Are you
Go back
are
to
you
the book.
looking for anything in specific, or
Crystal, you're looking for that hand, right?
I'm looking for the hand for sure. I know that it was but like, I don't understand
Is she
why it's
roboted for
preserved
anyone
in this manner.
else?
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't get that.
Most of
I'm
that.
afraid, Iris.
No. Can I be hurt now?
Nah,
Am
you're
Am I
still
still a robot?
you still
You're a little bit robot.
not be a robot?
Process is either
Still a robot?
still a bit of a robot. It's either Discord like dropping your signal because you're not streaming, or you have something else that's like running interference close to you that's fucking your signal over.
Oh my.
Okay, now the quality was better.
It's probably my internet
Okay,
being a butt.
that is
I
probably
mean-
what it is.
All right, so repeating all of that, I know it was related to the attack, or no, I know that hand was attacked, and that's why it's severed off
Yes.
of the person who it used to belong to. But I'm trying to figure out why it's preserved in such a way, especially with it being in the scenery that it was in, where it's like it was a large bush, yet it did not seem to be twisty, and it's not decaying. I'll
Mhm.
figure out why.
Okay. So you can either make another medicine check or an arcana check.
Let's
Wow.
go around for me.
Well, she
That's
does
an
that.
18 plus 4, 22.
Okay. So, by the way, finding the hand itself is easy enough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not worrying about perception checks on that. Yeah, looking it over, it does look like a normal hand at first glance, but when you really start like examining it more closely, like it's kind of like if someone presented you with a really well done oil painting, like the colors aren't quite natural, and it's mostly just like one color. Like normally skin has like patches of redness and like little differences
like
in
a-
pigmentation, but
Almost like this is like a prosthetic. Yeah. With one
Mm.
flesh tone.
I mean, you might have said that, except that it definitely has bone and veins and things in it.
True.
So
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
it's like somebody made a really detailed humanoid hand, but not quite out of the right materials.
So, okay, just to be clear, before Hero does his. To be clear, I have successfully come to the conclusion that this isn't necessarily a human hand, but something that is really, really close to being one in terms of
Yes.
visuals. Okay.
Alright. May I roll for Arcana?
Sure.
Okay.
Alrighty, we have 13 plus 14, so 17.
Well, that sure is a hand.
Okay.
Nothing
I mean,
magical,
it's
but
weird that
sure
it's
is a
weird
hand.
that
That's
not,
what the
you know,
seventh
rotting
means.
or anything, but with that roll,
Okay,
you know,
so
you
it's
don't
not.
notice
There's no
anything.
spell indicating. Okay. Does this give me any sort of remembrance tinglies, like our little friends from the crypt? Because I have dissected one of those bodies before.
That's true. Those guys were definitely made out of regular humanoid bits, mostly
Okay.
specifically human parts.
But this is different.
But this is different. Whatever
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
Mm.
I feel satisfied with this now because I do not think we're gonna get anywhere far based off of what we have around here.
Well,
I agree.
It occurs
It's
to you
just
you
weird.
could
I
get a
take
third
the
opinion.
hand. I am taking the hand with me.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
I put
such a
the hand in
good
my
idea.
bag.
I don't know if that's a good idea to
I'm
bring a
putting
severed
the hand
hand.
in my bag. Hey, guess what? Hand in my bag. It's already done. I have a hand in my bag.
I just face palm, just like,
I'm
oh,
adding the items in D&D and Beyond, so I know it's real.
Okay.
Where's hand? Where's the hand category in D&D and Beyond?
That's probably a custom item, I'm guessing.
Or
I
you
don't-
have-
Okay, I guess.
I don't know how often in 5th edition people pick up severed hands. Seems more of like a AD&D 2nd edition type of a thing.
oh my god, we are. They're gonna think we're cannibals. Oh my
No,
god.
they
All
won't.
right.
After I explain to them with my medical, my medical proficiency that this is definitely not a human hand, they cannot say I'm a cannibal.
You
In
really
fact,
think
I'm not
these
human,
farmers
so
are
I'm not a
gonna
cannibal.
understand any type of medical proficiency you have?
I was gonna say,
Maybe.
point of order, like, in order for them to think you're a cannibal, they would have to have some reason to believe that you were eating the hand.
They will not even see the hand. There you go. It is in my bag, Helio. My bag. It's not like I'm waving it around like some fucking toy. Like, yay, I got a hand now. It's in my bag. Only you know.
Roll medicine using your charisma bonus. not yet, Tom.
I'm just like, okay, all right, Crystal. Let's just get back camp or get back to the barn and like figure out some more stuff in the morning.
Okay.
Cool. I agree with that.
I do look up at the sky though, just to notice the position of the moon. Do I need to roll perception for that?
That's about where you expect it to be. It's a clear night.
If
The
you need to
moon,
roll
damn.
perception for the moon, something's wrong.
It's like,
I mean, you can roll perception, but the most I'm gonna say,
The moon is so
is-
moon.
you know, you notice some
God, there sure
Like-
is a moon there.
like
Sorry.
some particularly nice constellations or something. There's not really anything out of the ordinary up there.
all right, well, let's go back to camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Which is a barn that I am currently
Yes.
sleeping in.
Hey, Fro,
Specifically
I
a
found a
hayloft.
hand!
Although,
I
as
quickly
Fro has
cover
found out,
Crystal's
there's
mouth.
not a whole lot of hay in the hayloft, so.
Hmm. I've been sleeping on my own clothes.
I mean, to
pull
be
out my-
fair, you haven't seen any horses the whole time you've been here, and as Tom in my chat pointed out, hay is normally something you feed to horses and not cows, so.
They're special cows. They prefer hay in their diet. Boom, fixed it. Now
I mean, they
pull out-
might be.
Let me try
I
this
pull-
again. Hey, Fro, I found a hand!
What kind is it?
It seems fake. I want you to look at it.
Yeah, alright. Can I look at it in the morning?
I guess.
Alright, cool.
Lars kind of glances over at you from where he's standing, but he just kind of shrugs and goes back to what he's doing rather than caring about the hand.
Good man. A good man indeed.
Let's see. I just take out
Alright,
my
so I guess we-
bedroll.
Technically take like a long rest or some shit?
I mean, you could take a short rest if you want.
No.
Let's say we haven't done anything.
Fair point.
I mean, that's true, but you are also people, so.
True.
We sleep without doing anything D&D related and wake up in the morning. There.
None of us even keeps watch. That's the cow's job. If we hear him moving real loud, then
2%, you gotta let us know what's going on, man. you gotta let us know.
Okay.
Oh wait, I
I, ju-
forgot to add that to my notes. I found a cow named 2%.
I sleep holding like like I sleep with a dagger close by, just in case if something happens.
I find helium to be a little bit dramatic. I just
I am
would like that to
sleeping
be on the record.
unbothered.
So to be clear, Shika, are you sleeping with the dagger out?
No, kind of just like it's underneath my
Under a
bedroll.
pillow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the knife fairy can take it and exchange it for like 50 shillings.
Not 50 shillings.
Well, that's how much it's worth.
Maybe.
Which I assume might be a lot. I don't know what shillings are in this world. I don't even know if that's our currency.
To be perfectly honest, off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure what the economic value of a shilling is anywhere.
The same as a halfpenny.
Yeah, okay, but like in some settings you can get like 2 potatoes for a half penny, and some of them, if you try to buy something with a full penny, it's not going to get you squat. So like, economically speaking, what's the shilling worth? Who knows? All right. Well, you wake up in the morning and a wizened old lady is at the hole in the wall. Presumably, Lars went to bed at some point.
The hole in the wall?
Yeah, there's a wall around the village.
Oh, the wooden. Okay, so
Like
she's there.
outside
She's
the
there.
barn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Tom says 12 pennies to 1 shilling in England. So,
Understood.
Oh, so-
good to know.
Thank you for your wisdoms, Tom.
I kind of look at Fro and Crystal like, all right. Do we go ask that lady if she knows anything?
Bad
Or
track
do-
record with old ladies.
Hold on. Can the lady see us in the barn?
I mean, she's not facing you.
Alright, I want to take a look at the hand first.
Okay.
Hand.
What do I gotta roll? Medicine, Arcana? Should I roll both?
You can roll medicine or arcana.
Let's start with medicine.
Rolling medicine is like trying to
Wow.
investigate it from a biological perspective. Like,
Oh, that was a lovely roll. Absolutely
I
fucking
got a
fantastic.
Nat 1.
Oh, what
I
even
can't
is
even-
this?
I can't even technically tell it's a
Ah,
hand,
it's
but
a great ear you have there.
but I keep in
Great
mind
ear.
what Crystal told me, that this is a hand and that it's non-human. So
I
Or
look
not
at Mel
non-human,
terribly disappointed.
not hey, I never promised you anything.
No,
I said I would look at it.
You
Yep.
did that. You did.
So,
I
yeah,
thought you
it's a-
said you had a hand for me to look at. This looks like an ear. I had to jog her memory. This is the thing we saw in the bush. Remember?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that hand.
Right.
Well, you know,
oh.
it's first thing in the morning, you know.
Sleepy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
that's
groggy. Okay, and I only rolled a 14 on Arcana. I can't tell anything that you two haven't already parsed.
Understood.
Sorry.
No, it's good. But at the very
Maybe-
least, I wanted
maybe
you to
once-
look at my cool find.
Maybe once I've had my coffee, I'll do another roll for medicine. If the gods allow it.
Okay.
Yeah,
did
you
you, take,
can do
did
that.
you take the chicken out?
Praise be David.
All right.
Okay,
David.
let's
Daniel.
go.
Daniel.
Ah.
I'm
My
gonna
bad.
clean
My
up
brain,
my
what
sleep and
the heck?
shit, and I'd like to approach the get ready for the day and approach the old woman standing by the wall.
Kind of tilts her head back slightly, but doesn't stop looking out the hole.
You
Yeah.
sure look old and wise.
Is that your pickup line for
That's
everyone?
my pickup
Val?
line.
I
Are you in
better
wisdom
remember
or
young
that.
lady?
You look old and wise.
Have you any wisdom to share about this hole here?
Yep. Take a couple months to fix. It's always the pain, you know? Takes weeks, months to get the materials together and build a wall, and it takes some bloody wizard 20 seconds to blow a hole in it.
Ah, so did you see him do this, or see the wizard do this?
Not this time.
This time, has a wizard done it before? Here?
Once or twice over the years, but, you know, I've been around a long time, so that happens.
Hmm.
Are they the same wizards each time?
Oh, no,
From what you
definitely
can recall?
different ones.
Okay.
I remember when I was just a wee lass, there was a bunch of wizards and bandits came by, and we put them in the ground right proper.
See, this
They
is what you
definitely
get
didn't
for
come back.
approaching an old woman and telling her she looks old and wise. Because then she's open with you, and that's a compliment. She likes you.
There you go. That's
Uh,
true.
What's your name, young one?
Lara.
Alright, Lara. What can you tell me about the attack that happened here about 8 days ago?
Well, what I understand, a bunch of robed fellas came running up from the woods, blew a hole in the wall, and started making off with the cows, what were near the wall at the time, and the couple of farmhands who were handling them.
Did they look human, elven, dwarvish? What do they look like?
I heard they looked human, but you know, when someone's all bundled up in a bunch of dark robes, it can be hard to tell.
Hmm. Who saw this attack besides the farmhands who are obviously gone?
Lars, Frank Jr.
Wonderful. Alright,
Um,
well, I think we should talk to Lars, and now that I care a little more about the world because I've slept, we'll get some more details from him about these attackers in their robes.
Yeah, because from what it's starting to seem like is maybe these people, especially if they ran in the direction that we just came from, might be related to the crypt. Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
I want to find out the color of the robes and if they have any symbols on them.
Same. And if they look even remotely familiar.
Yep, Lars is could be asleep for another 6 hours or so, but you can find Frank over there.
Oh wow,
What
so the
about Frank
DM wants to
Jr.?
voice another character? Interesting. Alright, let's
What
look for
about Frank Jr.? Hold on,
and
wait.
Frank Jr.
Well, I ain't seen him.
Oh, okay, we ain't seen Frank Jr. Understood.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's round, but you know, can't point them out if you don't know where they're at.
Straight to Frank.
Alright. Thank you so much for your help, Laura.
Yes, thank you.
Alright.
Sure thing.
Thank you, madam.
Can you point us in the direction of Frank's home?
She points to the far end of the village.
And we got.
What is it?
Okay.
I bet his house looks like all the other houses. This is gonna be fun. Let's knock on some doors.
I mean, it's
Uh,
far
No,
end.
Frank's house mostly looks like all the other houses, except that there's a forge next to it.
Ooh,
Alright,
is
let's
this
go
our
find
blacksmith?
Frank.
This is the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Nice.
I swear to God, Helio, if you bring up anything about an earring or a nail or some type of pin, I'm dragging you out of there.
How
Do you
about
understand?
How about if he can upgrade our weapons? Or
He's
fix
a
your
definitely-
armor?
village blacksmith. He can't.
He's-
He's making
answer
farm
is
equipment.
no.
Not,
Yeah,
not
the DM has willingly shared that information with us. We will not bring it up further.
I will tell you though that if you ask Frank,
he would
he will
try.
try.
Our weapons might come out worse than they did before.
I'm not giving this
That
bumble
is
fuck our weapons.
almost certain.
And in the interest of keeping everyone alive, Helium, I'm not letting you give him our weapons.
Fine, fine,
And you will not even bring it up. We're
fine.
talking to him about the attack and nothing else.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's approach Frank then.
All right.
Never get to ask questions.
Because you ask stupid questions.
Well,
Learn to ask the right questions, baby, and then you can start speaking. Just like when my mom won't let me sing the song in the car unless I know the lyrics. You cannot ask questions unless you ask the right one.
Frank appears to be chopping wood.
How unblacksmith of him.
Well, I mean,
Well, that'd be terribly
Gotta
blacksmith
build
of
the
him. He's
fire.
got to keep the forge lit somehow.
Yeah, just gotta.
Messing with the... Okay, go on.
also, as you get closer, you realize that there's a little bit of a perspective trick here because while his house looks like all of the other ones, it is in fact a bit further back than you thought it was,
Oh.
which is to say it is also a lot
Bigger.
larger, as is Frank.
Oh!
Frank's a big fella. How tall?
Frank looks like he is probably in the ballpark of 16 feet tall.
Excuse me?
Oh,
Frank is a
okay.
giant.
Is he?
Also, he only has one arm.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Frank is a Chad.
I approach Frank without fear.
Frank, is this your arm? No, I mean, sorry. Nope, I did not do that. Nope, that's not
do
canon.
not, do not.
I
That's
just-
not
I
canon,
just-
that's not canon, that's not canon.
I just like slowly pull Crystal away, like Crystal.
We're both
I-
in timeout.
remember what-
We both
remember-
can't talk to people.
Yeah,
You
no,
remember what
no,
you
it's
just
my
said to
turn.
me?
It's my turn.
Yes, I get it.
Hello, are you Frank? I yell up at him.
Frank turns around. By the looks of it, Frank is in fact a very large orc, and not a giant.
Interesting.
This is
Anyway,
great.
But
yes.
he looks
seems
down
to
at
be
you
Frank.
with his one good eye.
One, does he only have one eye?
Yep, he's only got one eye.
Wow.
He is missing He is missing his right arm and his right eye, and it looks like there's some sort of scarring around the side of his face, like something blasted past / through him at some point in the distant past. But the rest of him seems fine, and he gives you a nice big smile and goes, "Well, hey there, kids."
Not the voice I expected. Do not call me kid. Hi, Frank. We were just coming around to ask about the attack that happened in your village about 8 days ago.
Oh yeah, that was bad business.
You witnessed it in person?
Oh yeah, yeah. I heard the commotion and got over to the wall real quick. You know, at my size, you can cover distance a lot faster than most people would think.
Yeah.
Gave a
True.
few of them a pretty good wallop too. Not sure where the
Nice.
last one landed.
Did you
No.
happen to take off an arm as far as you
Yeah.
saw, Frank?
Oh, maybe.
Ah.
Okay.
Hit someone
And-
hard enough, they take some interesting shapes as they arc by.
Right.
So,
Correct.
Good job, Frank. I'm sure you did your best to protect the village. We're interested in potentially tracking these attackers down and seeing if we can prevent this from happening in the future. So I'd like to know what you noticed about the attackers.
well, they were shorter fellas, much like yourselves.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
okay. Maybe not so much like the tiefling there. She's taller for the most, but you know, about human size, I'd say. They were wearing red ropes with some sort of black writing on them. Afraid I'm not literate, so couldn't quite tell you exactly what but they were, but probably magic. Kept throwing little wads of fire at me, but, well, spend all your day around this forge, and those things ain't shit.
I love Frank. I love Frank a lot.
We were told your son also witnessed the attack. Is Frank Jr. around?
Oh, Frank Jr.? Yeah.
Okay.
He's around back.
And is Frank Jr. illiterate?
I think only Lars can read.
Hmm.
Lars
We
is the
noted.
only one that can read in the city. Okay.
Well, this is a village, sir.
Well, town. I do apologize, sir.
Village.
No, it's village.
Very, very specific verbiage. Carry on, please.
Collection
See,
of buildings is arguably more
Towns are
adequate.
larger than village. Generally
God.
have
Oh God, no.
Colloquialisms.
population between 2,000 to
I made a
3,000.
grave error in my speech.
Whereas a village like this one, usually has less than 100 people in it.
Either way, once the attack was done, Frank, which direction did you see them run off in?
It points back the direction you came from.
Hmm. How many did you kill or take down?
6 or 7.
Where are their bodies?
He looks perplexed for a moment and kind of gestures around.
Alright,
I
so you
mean,
just haven't found them yet.
I was like, he did say he did kind of like, knock them out the park.
Yeah, but you think, given that we'd see more than just one arm.
I mean, the trick is your average wizard is probably like 80 pounds wet.
Ah.
He's not lying.
So we need to have a search radius around the village of about 3 miles to see him.
I don't know.
Given the way this guy looks, quite possibly.
Alright, well, I'll do that later today. I'd like to talk to Frank Jr. Do you mind if we head around and back?
Go right ahead.
It seems you guys have adopted a southern accent. When has this occurred?
Along the way.
It's called code switching.
Yeah, it is
Ooh.
called code switching, absolutely.
Yep. I reckon so.
You around Southerners, you talk Southern, and then they like you more. Because if you talk like you normally talk, they say, you ain't from around these parts, eh?
I can confirm.
Can
We will say that. We will say that. No, don't play. We will.
Carrying
Similar
on
things
to
happen in
Frank
the
Jr.
Midwest. Yep. You head
Somebody
around
else
the
can-
back.
Somebody else
Mhm.
conduct the interview this time. I'm tired of talking.
Crystal.
Crystal, I
Okay.
trust you. Do not ask anything stupid, and
I
do
will not.
do not pull
Uh-huh.
out the arm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Crystal,
There's
give Fro the bag.
There's
Sure.
actually a much smaller building built onto the back of this one.
Uh-huh.
It basically looks like all of the other ones in town, except that it's like a quarter the normal height. And there appears to be a gnome standing in front of it.
Oh,
Hello.
are you Frank Jr.?
Oh. Yeah, that's me.
Hi, Frank Jr. Nice to meet you. We're trying to figure out a little bit more about that attack that happened to you guys about a week ago. Can you?
I lean over to Crystal and say, hey, why are you speaking to Frank Jr. like he's a child?
I'm not talking to him like he's a child. I'm just talking. I am just speaking.
Alright, whatever.
Well, let her speak.
We were just wondering if you had some more information about what was going on around here when it came to that attack. Specifically, some, visuals to describe your attackers.
Yeah, sure. They were wearing these reddish robes covered in black sigils, using these sort of twisted wooden wands. It looked like somebody made him in a hurry or something. Like normally, you see a wizard's wand and it's more or less like a straight cylindrical affair. These ones were a lot closer to the shape of a stick.
Okay.
And they charged into town, shooting little balls of fire at everything. But once they got close enough to grab them, they just sort of reached out and grabbed onto some of our cows and started running with them. For some reason, the cows actually went with them. Not normal behavior for a cow if you run up and grab onto it, let me tell you.
You guys, do not let me forget the fact that the cows went willingly. Please don't let me forget.
You are not stealing 2%.
I am not stealing 2%, but I need 2%. Don't listen. Trust me, okay? Anyway, sorry to interrupt you. Carry on, Frank Jr.
They also grabbed onto a couple of the farmhands who were out there tending to the fields at the time. I think it was just because they were nearby and making noise, but we got Jake back. I took off with Millie, though.
Okay, Jake and Millie?
Where's Jake?
Hold on, wait a minute. These were people that were about to be kidnapped, but you guys managed to save?
Oh no, they got away with Millie.
Oh, but Jake is still here?
Actually, Jake went off to visit family, but we did get him back.
I'm confused.
Slightly. So he wasn't kidnapped.
He wasn't kidnapped.
They tried to kidnap him.
They tried to kidnap him, but
he went
unsuccessful.
And then
A couple days
return-
after the attack, he probably went to visit family.
Correct.
Okay. And Millie is still gone. All right.
Out of curiosity, Frank Jr., from where did you witness the attack? Were you on the ground?
I was on the wall.
You were on the... Why... Given your stature, why weren't you taken?
That's an incredibly rude thing to say.
I would assume it's because he wasn't near the cows, right?
He looks at you for a moment, then he just sort of walks like 4 feet away into the grass, and you can make a perception check, but he's already disappearing pretty easily into the foliage.
Oh, okay, he hid. Okay, that's what he's showing us. All right, well played. Absolutely well played.
And
Okay.
after a
I
moment, he
understand.
comes back.
Asked and answered. Good.
That wasn't a rude question. I mean, listen, if I were a raider and I went into town to steal some people and some cows, and I see this gnome-looking creature, sorry, Frank, I see this garden gnome-looking creature, that's the easiest person to steal.
Thought the people were incidental, though. Maybe.
Yeah.
It seems like the main focus was the cows, and they just so happened to snatch a couple people on the way.
Why bother to take people at all if your main focus is cows? It'd be much easier to not take people.
Do you know how to take care of cows?
Maybe they're wizards who need people to know how to dissect and make the cows food. They're wizards, not, cooks.
They're farmhands. The farmhands wouldn't be dissecting cows.
But they would know how to butcher
Right.
cows to make.
Hold on, why are we?
Make
Wait,
meat.
hold on. This is all assuming that the cows are meant for food. This is all assuming. In any case, there's one thing that I don't want to forget. You said instead of writing, you said that you described the robes as having black sigils on them. Yes, like a symbol.
Yes.
Do you happen to recall what those sigils look like?
More or less. I mean, I could try and reproduce them for you if you want, but
That'd be greatly appreciated.
It's not too close together. I don't want you casting in some spell on accident.
can you do
What?
that?
Maybe.
No.
It's magic.
Whatever.
Sigils being put together might do something. I don't know.
It may just be like this their Stitch logo. It looks like a sigil, but it's just their logo.
Who knows?
What it look like?
Do we have a pen or a quill and paper for him to produce this with?
I'm positive that Crystal does.
I do actually. I legitimately do have a quill.
Okay.
As far as paper, hey, write this on the back of this scroll. Don't pay attention to what's on the front. Just write it on the back.
I'm almost positive you probably have some blank sheets of paper.
I know
Yeah.
you did not just have him write on the back of that damn scroll what I think it is.
I didn't do anything. I hear some ink and yeah, let's pretend I have some blank sheets of paper. That's what you guys think. Anyway, write on this scroll, please. Thank you.
I demand she does a deception roll against us.
Are you gonna? Okay. Yeah. Make a deception roll.
It's 5.
God
Okay,
damn.
okay, well, it was already going to be pretty difficult considering it's very easy to tell what a spell scroll is.
But do they know what the scroll is? They just know it's a scroll.
My 20
Whatever,
says
I don't even care.
yes.
Fuck.
Just have him write these symbols down. I want to get to the part where we find and kill shit.
Yeah.
He sort of scribbles down a few marks.
Huh?
Hmm.
Do any of them ring a bell?
So, not terribly surprisingly, considering that he's, not literate. It's pretty difficult to interpret what passes for his penmanship, but you're relatively certain that this is some sort of infernal script. So,
Knowing infernal, what do I have to roll to try my best?
so I rolled a 1 for him to actually reproduce this.
Oh, he did it
Oh.
so shittily. Oh God! Christ alive!
Fuck.
We are lucky that we even know it's infernal.
Yeah.
But if you really want to try, you can still roll Arcana.
I'm not-
Torso
not
looks
trying
like a butterfly.
You know what? I'm gonna
intermingling with a
I'm gonna
flower.
roll out of curiosity of what I'll get, but I'm not. It's not canon. I'm not trying it. Yeah, I got a nat 1.
Wow, you also think?
Let's see. Basically because I don't know infernal, I can't even roll for it.
Yep.
You're pretty sure it says happy smiles.
Okay.
Can I
great.
compare it to the shits that I have? Well,
That's
no,
not
never
gonna
mind.
help.
It's not gonna help at all because we barely know it's infernal. Never mind.
Yeah.
It,
It
our
looks
other
like infernal
option
script.
is to wake up Lars and ask him for his reproduction, or wait for
Is
him to
it-
wake up 6 hours from now.
Is it daytime?
I mean, it is daytime.
Okay.
So he'll be
It's-
up for
But-
Lars was, yeah.
Alright,
Oh,
so in
hold
that
on,
time
I thought you
Oh, go
said
ahead.
the old lady said that he wouldn't be up for a while.
That is correct.
So is he asleep right now, as far as we know?
He is asleep right now.
Okay.
We have just enough time for me to see 2%.
Okay.
6 hours to see 2% is just enough time.
Yep, just enough time.
Do you want to go?
Crystal loves animals.
Do you want to just be with 2% while me and Fro go look
You know
the
what,
radius
Crystal?
around?
Why don't you put your druid status to use and try to talk to 2%?
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. You guys are. Yes.
Well, you didn't say as much, did you?
I'm doing all of this so I can talk to 2% about what happened. Yes.
You said see 2%, which is not the
We
same
gotta
as
go. Just like we said, we're gonna
2%.
go see Frank. We're gonna go see Lars. I'm gonna go see 2%. And yes, guys, come on, give me more credit.
We follow her to the barn so she can
Yeah,
speak to
we're
2%.
just- Yeah, that's good.
For clarity, do you actually have the ability to do that?
Speak with animals. This is why I was hanging out with
Okay.
2% and managing my spells, because I knew at some point I was definitely going to talk to an animal. If not, I was just going to talk to 2% for kicks and giggles before I left.
Fair enough. All right.
Okay.
So you cast Talk with Animals.
I do cast Talk with Animals.
2% regards you with interest on account of the fact
Yay.
that casting a spell at 2%.
Okay. Let me see. Oh man, this is gonna be so hard. Because the way that this spell works is it can give me information about nearby locations and monsters and whatever they perceived and have perceived with only within the past day. This was a week ago. Shit.
I mean, I would say that
Memory.
I would say that there's not a lot going on out here, so it is probable the cows still remember the events from 7 days ago just because of the fact that they
Also,
are.
cows are smart.
Yeah.
Oh yes, but that's how the spell works. It's just within the past day. So
I-
We're
it-
bending the rules. Shush, you have God's
Yeah.
permission. Talk to the
Okay.
cow.
I didn't get
There's
God's
the-
permission.
There's the letter of the spell, and then there's the spirit of the spell. Like, one of these
Gotcha.
things is used more to control people who try to get clever, but
Understood. It
component.
works within fiction. All right. Hey, 2%. I know there was a really interesting thing that happened a couple
Wait,
days
wait.
ago.
Does it
Huh?
know that you named it 2%?
it knows that you are. Well,
Regarding it?
she knows that you're talking to her.
You know what? What is your name? Can the cow tell me their name? Does cow have name?
Please say it's Martha.
No, not Martha.
Please say it just
no.
so happens to be 2%.
Please, so it just happens. They accept the name 2%.
Okay, it's 2%.
Yay!
I'm
Let's
2%.
go!
Right back to it. Anyway, 2%. I know there was some pretty interesting things that went on within the past couple days here. I heard there was some people that stole your friends. Can you tell me about what happened?
They were really noisy.
They were really noisy. It sounds like your friends kind of went with them. Why didn't you go with them too?
They didn't smell right.
What did they smell like?
Earth.
Is that not a normal smell?
Mm,
No,
not for animals. Mm,
Okay.
mm.
Hold on. How do I delicately ask this? Okay. They didn't smell right. They were noisy. Did the other cows say why they wanted to go with them?
They didn't say anything.
It just went?
Yes.
Mm. So they didn't smell like people?
What's a people?
Oh gosh. Did they not smell like me and my friends?
No.
No. What do we smell like?
Damn it, we're losing the conversation.
I know. I'm sorry,
We don't know
but
that,
this must
though.
be answered. This must be answered.
Mm, fire
Mm.
and flowers,
Mm-hmm.
rocks.
And pigs.
Pigs.
Wait, I wonder who smells like the flower, who smells like flower, and who smells like fire.
You
And
probably smell like flowers, my dear. I smell like a rock for sure, for sure. Anyway, keep going.
insects.
Insects. That's what we all smell like? Insects. There you go.
Well, you don't all smell like all those things.
But we don't typically smell like earth.
No.
Gotcha.
Were
Hey,
you
you
injured
guys,
at all
I-
2%? Or I tell Iris to ask that. Or I
Yeah,
tell
I was
Crystal to
gonna-
ask that.
Yeah, there you go. Any questions they have, I'm filtering through.
I'm sorry, what was that question again?
Was 2% injured at all in the attack?
No.
Good. Then I would really have to kick their ass if they injured 2%.
I mean, to be fair, they injured 2%'s friends, so let's kick their ass on behalf of 2%.
I don't know.
Alright.
Their friends got injured. The cows went willingly with them.
I
Fair point.
asked Crystal, like, I'm guessing I asked, like, did they smell like what does the hand smell like?
Yes, I present the hand to 2% and tell me what it smells like.
2% leans in, sniffs the hand, and says, Earth.
Oh, there you go. It's confirmed. This definitely belonged to one of the lizards.
Perhaps golems of some type?
Maybe golems. Wizard golems? Golems?
I don't know if
Do you know
golems
what
strictly
else smells
exist in
like
this
Earth?
world, but
I'm asking 2% if she knows what else smells like Earth. Besides Earth, you know.
Rivers?
That's a
River
no.
smells like. I don't know. Is there something wrong with? Well,
I
does
don't
Iris
think-
does Iris relay that to us that the river that 2% says the river smells like Earth?
I just assume everything that 2% is telling me I am relaying to you.
In the exact tone as well.
I'm not-
So 2% didn't just go rivers, 2% went rivers?
I mean, if you were to guess, the reason for the uncertainty is probably because of the fact that water itself has a smell. So
Yeah,
it's
but-
probably more like the shore/riverbed smells
Okay.
like Earth than like the river itself.
Okay, I'm thank you because you knew exactly where I was going with that. Like,
Smells like dirt.
There's something wrong with the water, guys. Don't drink the water.
Did 2%
Um,
happen to see where the attackers came from?
No.
Okay.
I mean, 2% would say the whole, but
That's a fair point.
Wait, I
That
got a
is-
question.
Yeah.
2%. Is there anyone in the village? No, I shouldn't say village. Is there anyone like us who you like?
Probably Lars.
What does that question mean?
Yeah,
Like, as in, like, 2%. 2% kind of like is okay with Crystal and answering Crystal's questions. Is there anyone else that 2% is like, okay, this person isn't a bad person. This person's okay.
You know any other cool peeps, 2%?
yes.
Who else?
What do they look like?
2% kind of looks around, but there aren't really any villagers nearby. You get the impression that 2%
Doesn't know names.
doesn't know names.
Okay.
So, if whoever it was had been within, a line of sight, would have pointed, basically.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm. Any more
Yeah.
questions for 2%?
Do you have a cousin named Skin Milk? Kidding.
What's a
kidding.
cousin?
What's a
They were
cousin?
taken
There
in
you
the
go.
raid.
Thank you, 2%.
Thank you, 2%. Oh, are you hungry?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Great.
That's
Should we wake up Lars? Just for
At
a
this
bit?
point.
Little bit of
Yeah.
bit?
Just a bit. Yep.
Okay,
It's a bit
cool. I probably shouldn't be the one to wake him up. Just, people react
Crystal,
weird
you-
when they see somebody very, very tall with glowing eyes standing over their bed.
This is a
Crystal.
job for the cops. Huh?
A job for the what?
Hey, cop, go in there and wake him up.
Oh,
I'm sorry, are you suggesting that there's a situation in which someone wakes up to the cops looming over their bed
I
and
mean-
consider that to be a good thing? Because
I mean,
I
It's
this
not-
one,
am very curious
maybe.
as
But-
to how
I mean, you know
Does
what?
helium
Let's
look like a
also-
cop?
Let's also rephrase this. Let's go with the humanoid, the most humanoid looking of us. Hopefully,
knock
won't
on
be
the
as
door.
disturbing than the tiefling
And the rock.
and the one-eyed druid.
All right, fine. I'll go in and I'll ask. But I swear, if he gets mad, I'm blaming you two.
I'm sure he'll get mad regardless. It's a matter of how mad he'll get. Now go. We're right behind you.
I go knock on the. I'm guessing like the house. His house is like
right
right
next to
next.
the barn.
barn.
Yes.
Um.
You don't get an answer.
Uh.
Come on, do
Okay.
what cops do and kick down the door. I'm joking. Don't do that.
No.
This door
Okay.
does not have a lock.
Okay. Then I'll stealth. Can I stealth go into the house?
Why would you do that?
I mean, you can.
Go in normally
I'm not.
and yell his name.
No, we're going to.
We're
Yeah,
just
no,
trying
fuck
to
it.
sneak up on motherfuckers asleep. Why? We're just trying to interview him.
All right, fine. I kind of just yell into the door without entering the house. I kind of yell into the door frame. Mr. Lars, could you please come to the door?
After a
yell-
moment, you hear kind of a grumble in back, and the sound of someone like slowly standing up. Eventually, a groggy Lars appears.
I look at Mr. Lars and I say, I apologize for waking you up so early, sir. However, myself and my friends, we have some questions, or at least we request that could you please look at something for us?
All right. What?
I just motion Crystal and Fro to come over with the scroll with the sigil up there.
Yeah.
By chance, sir, could you please could you make this out?
That's a terrible way to approach it.
What?
There were some sigils and symbols on the clothes of the wizards that attack you. Could you recreate that for us?
Maybe one or two of them, I guess. You got a quill or something?
Yep. And I do the thing, and he does the thing.
Okay. Yeah, he scribbles down a few infernal symbols In combination, they don't mean anything, but I mean,
It's so shitty. It's so
I don't
shitty,
want to
that
talk
roll.
about it. I don't want to talk about it. That roll is unofficial. That roll didn't happen.
Man,
I didn't announce that roll. I didn't say anything.
damn.
That roll
Damn.
never occurred.
F's in the chat, please.
Shut the
Anyway,
fuck up.
what happened? What did you say, Jared? I was distracted by a noise.
Lars scribbles down a few symbols.
Okay.
They're definitely infernal symbols, and he does actually have pretty good penmanship. In the combination that he drew them, they don't mean anything, though. Which probably just means that he didn't see all of them.
What do the ones we see actually mean?
I mean, they're essentially like just syllables, so they don't really mean anything on their own.
Is in any part of it symbolism, or is it all just definitely written infernal?
It's definitely written infernal.
Okay.
You can probably guess based on the particular characters that they're probably part of a name. The reason being that there are a lot of compound consonants.
All right. That's the only question I really had for Lars.
That's the same as well, because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have offered more information than what he already gave us before.
Those
Yep.
demons
Oh,
have this
wait.
annoying habit of not using a lot of vowels.
I did have one question though. We heard that there were two people. Two people of note were taken during the attack. Jake and Millie. Millie's still gone, but Jake has gone to see family. Were they related?
Jake and Millie?
Yeah, Jack and Jack.
Jake.
Yeah, Jake is
Jake,
Millie.
Jake. Nope, I don't think so.
Okay. Who are they to this village? Do they have any notable roles aside from, I guess, tending to the
Farmhand?
cows?
Well, technically, Jake is the son of the region's tax man.
The tax collector?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
You must hate him.
He's fine.
Okay, and then
His old
Millie?
man's a right asshole, but he's fine.
Understood. Dad's a dick. Gotcha.
Definitely know that.
Relatable.
Millie's
Yeah,
just a
half
village orphan, though.
And okay. Does she stay with anyone?
Laura.
Laura?
Yep.
Oh. I feel bad for Laura. Okay.
Laura's a tough gal.
Understood.
I slowly start leaving his house and nearly bang my head on the doorway on the way out.
Huh?
She's very tall.
Well,
House
well.
is not designed for people.
Okay.
Right? There is exactly one building around here that is arguably made for someone.
I had to go in the door sideways so my shoulders didn't get stuck.
Understood. That's all the questions I had, really.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back to sleep till it's my turn to keep watch.
Yeah, sorry to disturb you. Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it seems these peeps were definitely the ones who were probably at the crypt. We probably already solved this problem.
No, the ones at the crypt weren't made of earth. They didn't smell like earth. They were definitely made of human bits.
Wait,
And
that's true.
if so, we definitely didn't.
And there was nowhere in the crypt where they kept cows, nor nowhere outside of the crypt that they kept cows.
That's also true. Also,
We're
in
dealing
addition,
with
that means we've
different
killed a lot of the
gang of
village.
fuckers completely. I think maybe connection,
So
but not.
you do remember, as you're thinking about it, that there were several rooms that were filled with bones.
Didn't we determine those bones to be human, or did we not even?
I don't remember.
No, you weren't really able to nail down what all of them were.
So you think that the people in the crypt were people from the village that we killed, and they took the cows down there to eat, to survive in there while they were doing the ritual?
Or
Well, if that's the case, then I'm up for following them because apparently there's a gang of crypt fuckers that we didn't kill yet, and
no, this was 7 days ago. How long were we in the crypt?
About 5 days.
Yeah, we
they would have
definitely
made it back by then. So
yeah, that we intermingled.
I mean, you've got a lot of different people down there, but as far as you know, none of them were, any kind of construct or weirdly. Well, okay, actually,
They weren't earthy.
There
They
was
were-
one outlier in that department, which is Daniel.
Oh yes, of course.
we do not
But-
speak his name.
Not in vain.
Technically,
not
that's
so
not his
casual.
name.
Oh yeah, we named him Daniel. His name was Pharrell, wasn't it?
Pharrell, yes. It's spelled like feral, except that it's got like an apostrophe jammed into it.
Well,
I'm still
we
not
can-
sure what the fuck he was doing in that dungeon.
Chilling like a villain.
I mean, he was definitely chilling
Hmm.
when you found him.
He definitely
could've-
has the strength to break himself out.
At any time.
Nah.
Technically, he didn't, but
Oh yeah, we didn't believe in him at the time. I clapped to believe in that he got stronger. There you go. Yes.
it wasn't the clapping that did it, but yeah.
Close enough. Close enough.
What technically happened is Halo asked him to kill someone despite the fact he was unarmed and displayed literally no capacity to do such a thing.
And yet,
Thus- well, that
ragdolled the
demonstrated
bitches.
that Halo believed he could do it somehow.
oh,
And as a result, he could.
okay. Any specific type of belief. A very specific type. They probably thought he was a lowly thief who couldn't break out, and so he wasn't. Okay, these are cannons outside of the thing. I think we've gotten all we could out of this town.
Let's try to follow the path of destruction, and it looks like it's headed in the way of black glass.
I mean,
That's true.
technically.
I spit on the ground. Fuck.
Fuck.
Coming to this village did literally nothing, but anyway.
It sent us back. It's definitely a motivator.
We go out
It
to the
does
fucking
occur to
area of
you-
destruction.
It does occur to you that there's a high probability you, in fact, know exactly where Millie is, too.
She's in the city, isn't she?
Fuck it.
Wait,
No.
was Millie the
Oh.
one with the fucking wheat seeds?
Probably.
Is Millie-
Ah, damn it.
Damn it.
She's dead.
Oh no, we gotta talk to Laura. We gotta talk to Laura.
You can tell Laura. I'm not saying shit. I don't talk to the grieving.
No.
Or
Fuck.
the about to be grieving.
Wait, so we already resolved the. So wait, DM just confirmed we solved this riddle. They're the same people. Why don't we recognize the infernal script? Do we need a roll to
I'm
recognize the
sorry,
infernal
you-
script?
Are you
I
asking
need
me
a
why?
roll. Yes.
You're
She's-
asking me why?
She's literally shaking her fists at the sky right now. Like,
Damn it, God! You need to tell me right now. Can I read? Can I remember this?
What do I have to roll to remember? What do we have to roll to remember?
You never once examined the sigils on any of the rows.
Wait. I
We
even
never
have.
did,
Wait.
we know.
I have one of the robes.
Yes, he
oh,
does.
yeah, you took
Yes,
that.
you do. You have one of the unmarked.
Fuck.
God, how have
Wait,
you held this
unmarked?
in for so long, Jer? We are 2 hours and 35 minutes in, and we've been going in fucking circles, and you're just like, huh.
Fuck. God damn it. I'm sorry, Artemis. I didn't mean to scare you.
There are no rails here. You take this ship wherever you like.
God damn
Fucking
it.
riveting.
Fuck. I'm literally pulling my hair out as I'm thinking of this. Like, God damn it.
We're like, oh, the robe. Fuck.
I will say though, you do definitely would say that the individuals that are responsible for the cattle rustling are not individuals that you ran across, as far as you know. So there are probably more of these dudes somewhere, just not where you came from.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Does the robe that Helio has is it unmarked? It's unmarked?
It is unmarked.
Christ alive. Okay.
Can we follow the tracks? Is that something
Yes.
we can do?
Is that something we can do?
Yes, I would point out the tracks literally take you back to the crypt.
I hate it here.
Never mind.
I hate it here.
You still don't want to go to. God, this is. Oh, I'm
Take
so
me to
angry
a
right now.
library. A library.
You remember that session that you spent entirely in one alchemist's lab?
Yeah, with
Oh my
was
God.
that with Crystal's son?
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
that was one such session. Yes,
That is one such session indeed.
similar situation.
Ah.
Should we start?
Yeah.
Should we give up and start heading to Black Glass?
Fuck. Is there really not a library that's outside of Black Glass? I still need to learn more about this
but it'll
tablet.
be like miles.
There are
away.
libraries there are libraries outside of Black Glass in other cities, possibly in one or two of the villages. So if you felt inclined to travel a sufficient distance away from the city, then yes, you would eventually find one.
Sorry, this is non-canon. Alexa, flip a coin.
Okay.
Fuck.
It made the sound effect and
We
everything.
got tails.
I feel inclined to travel.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I already knew Iris would say. I already knew Crystal would say yes. I presumed that Helium would say no. So
Yeah.
yeah. We're traveling. How far? Where are we going?
There, that happened in universe. We flipped a coin and
Jer,
now we're
what is
going.
the closest place besides Black Glass that I would know of, or that I can think of, that may have a significant religious population large enough to have a library?
Let me check one moment.
Non-fanatic.
No fanatics, please.
Fanatics
Hold
are
the fanatic.
fine.
Hold the
Okay.
fanatic.
No heretics.
No, heretics are even better.
Ooh.
I just need a library. A religious library that would have information about this fucking thing. Which I'm assuming, since it's infernal, that there are going to be some libraries and some religious organizations that try to keep that shit under lock and key in order to prevent the wider public from getting to it.
You are correct. There are a lot of forbidden texts and things that are locked up away from the prying eyes of the general public. And it looks like technically the next closest city that would have one is Blackfall.
What region? Is that in the same region we're in?
Mm-hmm.
And how many days travel is that?
It's about a week's travel.
Oh, motherfucker.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
It also
We're
happens
going
to
on
be the
an
capital,
adventure!
for the record.
You know what? Let's go. Let's go.
Yay! And we could take some rest while we're there. We could take some rest.
Well, first we gotta get the traveling part out of the way, don't we?
Yes. Excuse me. I am obligated to ask if anybody has run out of time for the evening, however.
See.
No, I got a good 50 minutes left, but I do need to go potty.
I got
Okay.
another. I do technically have 40 more minutes.
I have like all
Alright.
night.
Yeah. If we're gonna take this as a potty break area, then we'll take this as a potty break. I shall be.
Maybe I'll break.
I shall be right back, folks.
Alright, short break.
discounted rent.
No longer get discounted rent, but
But
I will be bringing in close to $4,200 a month, which is definitely more than whatever $15 an hour gets you.
not
That
as
might
much.
help.
I mean, $15 an hour, it's going to depend on like the amount of overtime things you're working. In addition to whatever your local tax structure looks like. But, you know, I'm just saying.
I mean,
Either way.
roughly. Yeah, roughly. But hey, I made everything work on that one salary last year in 2021. I mean, I covered everything off of that. So now knowing that there is something else that could happen, plus I'm streaming more, so that's substantial income. I will take it. Also, it's less of a headache because I am tired of my supervisors making me feel worthless.
That is definitely not a fun feeling. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for the head pats, Cax. That's partially why my hair is the way that it is because my supervisors made me feel like because I don't know how to do apartment leasing that I was lesser, and they kind of like moved it to like, well, you know, how can you do this, or like subtle jabs of things. I'm kind of just like today my supervisor literally told me, oh, you know, you don't like, you can't multitask and do two things at once. I'm just like,
Who told you that?
"Y- my boss."
No. I was saying, like, who told your boss that? Like, how'd you come to this conclusion?
Yeah, that's so I am now in the process of just anywhere but here.
Yeah,
Anywhere.
that's definitely understandable.
Are we all back and ready to party?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Also, Caxton says give Carl Jr. and Ghost says like bitch, I'm a former teacher. Most multitasking is the job.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
Also, I'm trying to multi-class, so I got to do this shit.
Especially with younger students. Talk about chaos engines. Anyway. uh, so yeah, you are now headed to Blackfall, apparently.
Because a certain someone doesn't
No
want to go to
regrets.
the city.
Yep. I don't
not gonna
because
be
this
sorry.
is demonic. This is demonic, and I need to figure out what the fuck it's being used for.
Here. Well, you are headed towards the capital, and you're headed towards the capital from a major location. So, the good news is that with a little bit of adjusting to your location, you can definitely find the road that leads that way. You won't get lost.
All right.
Anything to note along the way?
Anything suspicious?
I don't know how travel works. Is there something we should be doing during this time?
I mean, we're singing
I'm pretty
on our
sure
way there.
random encounters are like rolled for, so.
Okay.
I mean, random encounters are one of the main things that happens when you're, traveling a significant distance.
Please no Rattatas. Please no Rattatas. Please no Zubats.
A wild Pikachu emerges.
Go, Crystal. Use Rock Smash.
Yes, I am the Pokemon.
Essentially.
Mhm.
You're kind of like a pet that helps us fight things.
Not the pet. Oh my god.
This is not
Crys-
insulting.
Crystal
Yeah,
is
I
not
wasn't
a pet.
saying it
Crystal
wasn't.
is.
Crystal's a bit of a pet. I literally spent like half an hour just protecting her from something that she caused. Well, she
I
fought it.
mean, there
And I
are
got
lots
head
of.
pats after.
And
It
you
was
got
great.
head pats after. That sounds like a pet to
Type of
me.
pet. That's a different type of pet.
Man, you're fucked up. Moving
What
on.
did you get? What did you get from Millie again? You got what?
Just some wheat seeds. She had nothing on her.
Okay.
Speaking of, I throw those wheat seeds on the ground as we pass and hope that they quietly grow into something for Millie's sake.
Oh, that's beautiful. This
I'm
is
not
my
minus wheat seeds.
Wheat seeds, not weed seeds, Caxling.
So-
Not weed seeds, you know.
5 days into your trip,
Mm-hmm.
at around noon, you start to see some medium-sized drakes flying overhead.
This is fun. Go
Fuck.
talk to them, Helio. Go talk to them.
Because I'm part
By the way,
dragon, I can speak to fucking every flying lizard. Why don't you go speak to that boulder over there?
I can't talk to it, and I will. How about that?
Damn, that's
Fine.
racist.
Hi, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal, long time no see. What brings you up these parts?
Why can't you just not talk to the thing you're related to?
By medium-sized, by the way, I mean that they're about the size of a horse with wings.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Hey, that means they can still pick you up with one talon.
Yes.
We can tame it.
I
From
might
where
at
you
least
are, you
find
can
this
see at least
racist.
5 of them flying overhead.
I find that still vaguely racist. You can
Are
tame.
there any trees or cover at all that we can potentially duck under?
Oh, I really
You
thought you
are
were
in a
about to share the
forest,
trees we
so
could
yes.
talk to. So, yep, never mind. That's where I'm at right now.
I mean, you could talk to the trees if that's what you really want to do in this situation.
I'm
Can
sorry,
I,
Jared. What did you say? Yes, we're by a forest. We're in a forest.
Yes, you're in a forest. So
Cool.
you
I
can, in fact, hide.
I just
if-
quietly motioned for the group to duck under some trees and not make ourselves obvious to the flying fire dragons that are
They're drakes.
whatever.
Drakes.
The flying things that we don't have to fight if we don't want to.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Make stealth checks.
Oh, I've been rolling shit all day.
I am.
Well, you can actually you can have advantage on this one because you are 1 in a forest and 2 on the ground while they are flying overhead and not actually looking for you.
16 plus 3 on advantage, so.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
Price.
Come on,
Um,
19 plus me.
I got a 3. That was my best roll. But I would also like to use a spell.
You got a
on
3 on advantage?
The other one was 2.
That's
Oh.
tragic.
I am so
I didn't-
sorry, Iris.
Oh, I didn't roll my other one because I didn't even think beating a 19 would be anything. Hold on. 16 again. Doesn't matter.
Can I use pass without trace on myself?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I use pass without trace, and what that will give me is a +10 bonus on dexterity. Can I just retroactively apply that to my 13? To my 3 and make it 13?
Sure.
Because I don't think it's fair to use it afterwards and try to roll again.
I mean, in a lot of cases I wouldn't let you, but like in this particular case, all you're trying to do is not get seen by drakes. So
I mean, if you're letting me roll again, I will.
Hide.
Okay, I am hidden.
Alright, they fly past, don't seem to notice you.
Okay.
We love our non-stealthy rock.
This lasts for an hour.
God damn it.
Well, you'll be stealthily walking beside us for the next hour, I suppose.
Yes.
We wait until the drakes are like well out of sight.
Mhm.
And then keep walking, I guess.
Okay.
Why did that not take a spell slot? Oh, I have. Oh, that's just part of me. I forgot. That's just something I can do. Once per long rest. Never
You're-
mind.
Well, when you look like a rock, you can blend in a lot of places.
Called camouflage.
It is merged with stone. And
Oh.
keep going. We're walking. I look like a boulder that's just casually moving with two people beside it.
Who seem remarkably not bothered by the boulder.
It's moving beside them.
I mean, you live in a fantasy universe and you're walking along with a non-hostile boulder. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad at all.
There are worse
Especially
sloppy
considering all the
humans
hostile
than that.
rocks out there. All right. Well, looks like you find your way there without any other incidents.
Nice.
So this takes you to the main entrance to Blackfall, which is a giant granite door in the side of a mountain.
Hey, Iris, can you say hello to this granite?
Yes, I'm sure I could.
All right, talk to your cousin.
All right. Can you open up door?
Why is everything a cousin to you, Shiggy?
I'm from the south. Everything's a cousin.
Everything. If it ain't blood, if it ain't immediate family, it's most definitely a cousin.
Alright.
The voice on the other side of the door says, "Well, that seems awkward." Who goes there?
Weary travelers.
What is your business?
Knowledge.
Shelter.
Religious research. On my quest
All of-
to become a full-fledged paladin. I fib.
Okay, roll. Yeah, deception.
Okay.
All right, we got to roll for deception.
No, it's just her.
I
She's
gotta
rolling
roll
her
for
life.
deception.
I just said I
Damn
came
it.
here for knowledge.
7. He doesn't know though. He can't see me, can he?
You don't know whether or not he can see you.
Whatever. I failed at lying.
Tell the truth. Come on now.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
see.
actually already a paladin. I'm here to do some research on some arcane materials that we found.
Well, just as you say, milady, far be it from me to keep one of the church out.
That's a good line.
The massive doors slide open to reveal like 20 dwarves in heavy plate mail with
lads.
warhammers, and
Multiple lads.
up at the front, some guy who looks like he's pushing 300.
Best boys.
Me
What's
and the
doing?
boys
He
protecting
says-
the city.
Well, it's the first time in a long time someone implied I was young.
Why, you don't
Spry-
look a day over 200.
Briar looking dude, my guy.
If you're trying to find your way to the library, you're going to want to take shaft number 3 on the right.
Thank you so much, and I I lift my hand and say, you shall be blessed by, Lois, what's the god, Lois? How do you pronounce it? Louis? Louise?
Lois.
Luis?
Lois.
Lois.
Lois
Okay,
Griffin.
you shall
oh,
be
yeah.
blessed by the god Lois for your assistance on this day. I'm sure it makes them feel special because they're dwarves.
Why are there doors? What? Is that the patron saint of dwarves? What?
Dwarves Okay, so Lois is like goddess of the earth and shit, right?
Ah, okay.
So that's gonna be, if they worship any god, that's probably gonna be the one.
This is
Okay.
true.
And
Here
that
in the
was
capital,
god
especially. Yes.
Yeah.
of the politic order or paladin order that I was a part of.
Duly
Therefore,
noted.
Lois blesses you. I waltz
Alright.
into the
No,
city
thank
like
you.
I own the
No,
fucking
no,
place.
no response to that.
I mean,
Well, obviously they don't feel special.
It is up.
Alright.
It is up to the. It is up to the
Huh?
to the people if they choose to accept this blessing.
Uh,
Whether they choose to accept it is none of my business, however. So I'm gonna keep walking.
okay.
Keep it pushing.
To shaft number 3.
shaft number 3.
No eye contact. We're part of the church. We're above them.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's how churchly people are supposed to act. So
Ah,
it'd be very
yes.
suspicious if I was going around all smiley, especially as a tiefling. Going around all smiley.
Yeah,
It'd be a little
especially
off-putting.
because. So the roof is not very tall in here.
Oh.
Oh, but we're gonna be all hitting our heads, aren't we?
Gross.
I mean, you're all at least hunched over. Because,
I might as
well,
well
the
be
capital
crawling.
technically accepts all sorts of people. This is primarily a dwarven city. So
No,
most their
so-
idea of a tall doorway is somewhere around 5'2".
Yikes.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely hunching this one.
I have to
Alright.
fold at the waist to get it through a door.
Bruh, I'm over here doing fucking squats in the door.
At least their
God.
doors are wide as hell, so I can get through pretty easily.
This is
That
true.
way.
They are very wide. Partially.
Horizontally into the shaft.
Okay, not that
Fair.
wide.
Just doing a cannonball roll.
I
through
mean, you
there.
probably could. So one of the things about building a city with underground tunnels primarily is that you, generally speaking, have to have enough room for 2 people to pass each other going either direction, generally while carrying stuff. So, yes, these tunnels tend to be rather wide.
Further action, Crystal is 5'2" exactly, so no hunch required. I'm just good.
Well, a little bit of hunch,
Oh.
because if you're 5'2" exactly, when you hit
You're
your head
like-
on the door,
Scraping
Yeah.
the roof.
Yeah, you're scraping it.
Just
That's
a
top of the
slight,
head.
just a slight little bow of my head.
well, in a fight, she'd be the only one not at a disadvantage. So let's keep that in mind and not make any eye contact, okay?
Yeah, let's just keep going.
As is the custom, the walls have little like balls of glowing green moss every so often, which
Yeah.
are used as the primary lighting source. On account of the fact that, among other things, they don't consume oxygen by burning things underground.
Bless.
My God, that would be horrible.
No canaries needed.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Yes, it's a well-known fact that dwarves get very testy if you start lighting fire.
Absolutely.
But don't they also have like some of the strongest alcohol?
What made you
what
think
does that
that?
have to do with anything?
There's a certain comic that I remember reading about dwarven alcohol being highly flammable because it's that
Oh,
damn strong.
Helium is elsewhere right now, man.
That's
Well-
a oxygen is a concern.
So, make a history check.
Well, wait, for real? This isn't fiction?
Yeah.
Godspeed. I rolled a
Yeah,
7.
yeah.
I'm trapped.
I rolled a 14.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not proficient, so
that's okay. This is more of a cultural thing than it is like obscure piece of history. Um, it's actually fairly well known, especially because there are a lot of dwarves in this region, that dwarves do not, in fact, tend to drink. It's extremely dangerous to be working underground and be drunk. So, if you encounter drunken dwarves, they're generally speaking only above ground, and it's deeply frowned upon.
Duly noted.
They're on
Noted.
vacation.
Despite certain extra dimensional stereotypes, they are not fond of explosives. They do not like you lighting fires. They don't like getting drunk. Or, more accurately, they don't like other dwarfs getting drunk.
you think tunnels are short 400 pounds? You're only half the man your mother was. Oh my god. Okay, Fro, how far away are we from this library?
Well, considering that she has never been here before, it would be hard for her to answer that question.
I could
But-
ask someone if we pass by.
True.
True.
Why?
What do
Don't you
mean
why me?
I
We
don't know
have
where it
we have to
is.
go to this library because of you.
We got time.
Oh, also, speaking of,
Mhm.
this library, I'm speaking to the group. This library, I will not be able to get either of you in under any normal circumstance. These are like restricted libraries. I mean, they'll have a general use section, I imagine, for the populace. But if we want to go deeper in there and get the knowledge we're looking to get, Helium, I'm going to go ahead and say you probably can't go. And Crystal, if you want to go, you're going to need to disguise yourself in some type of way, make yourself really small. So I can... Like, can you turn into an animal? Is that something druids can do? I don't...
Oh, most definitely, yes, indeed.
Okay, wonderful. If you... Once we get there,
Yeah.
turn yourself into a tiny bird and sit in my pocket. And shut
Will
the
do.
fuck up.
Mhm.
I should
Okay.
be able to... should be able to make this
Okay.
this
Yes.
work. But are we going directly to this library, or are we resting somewhere at a inn?
I mean, that's your choice. If you
I'm
continue
asking
the
them.
direction you're going, you will eventually get there.
I
Look
say,
first, rest later.
yeah.
The rock has spoken. We continue going.
Dun, 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 dun.
So after what you're guessing is like 20 or 30 different elevators and a lot of walking, you end up in a central area, which is basically like a large empty cavern space with a giant cylindrical building in the middle of it, which has a nice ornate set of double doors. They appear to be made out of white oak and emblazoned with Lois's symbol on each side. And there are two priests standing outside, just, smiling at random people that walk by, but not really doing anything else that you can tell. They probably are guarding the door, technically, but
Alright, so let's not have Crystal change into a bird right in front of them.
No.
Let's back
Yeah.
off somewhere. Around a corner or something.
you okay?
Crystal, go ahead.
I go ahead and I cast Wild Shape, and I turn into. Does it have to be a bird?
No, it just has to be something
It
small.
does.
It has to be something like super small, dude.
No, I'm good with bird. Yeah, bird.
Okay. Any particular kind?
No.
Mockingbird, the mock
I
all
don't-
of religious
I don't
people.
really know a lot of birds. Me, hi, Iris. I don't know a lot of birds. So just a conveniently sized one. One of them basic bitches that you find out there. Sure, a blue jay. Yeah, a blue jay. If those are in canon.
Wait. A
Sure.
catbird.
No, there is no cat. But wait,
No, there are catbirds. They're-
is the catbird? Catbird?
Yeah,
What
they're
is that?
they're
It doesn't
mockingbird.
matter what type of. What are we doing?
This is important. Wait, I need to know what catbirds are.
All right.
They're
I mean, I
another-
was just asking in case she had a preference. So, it-
I can't fit in her pocket as a catbird. I'll just be I'll be a blue jay. Boom, there.
Alright.
Okay. And I actually have Helium walk with me, and I tell him that he's gonna be like waiting outside while we conduct our research. He can look around the plaza or whatever the fuck is in this large cavern if he
Alright.
wants. But
I can only stay in this form for an hour.
Well, we'll get in and out of there hopefully quickly. I walk up to the doors and clearly show them my robes and the fact that I am indeed a paladin of the Church of Lois within the region of... Where the fuck did I say I was from?
York.
In the region of
York.
York, correct. And that I am here to do research on an arcane object that I found.
In fiction, before we did all this, I gave you my backpack that had all the scrolls and shit in it,
Okay.
so that way you can use them.
Yep.
Okay.
Do the two
Oh,
priests prevent
welcome,
that
sister.
from happening?
No. The one on the left just opens the door and motions you inside. So as libraries go, this one is kind of oddly designed. Specifically, there is a spiral staircase running the length of the outside of the room, which has bookshelves on either side of the railings. And there's a small door which allows you to go into an inner chamber, which is basically just the other side of those bookshelves, which has a different set of books and another set of spiral staircases going along the inner side.
Considering what we're looking for, I assume what we're going for is the inner chamber.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Can you make me a religion check?
It's not gonna end up well. Given my... please. 17.
Oh, okay. As you walk through the little archway there, you feel something look at you briefly, but it doesn't seem to see anything that interests it, whatever it was.
Can I look around to see if there's any visual indication of what looked at me?
You don't see anything.
I swear to God, if Lois is looking at me today of all days, I'm gonna go up there and kick her ass.
Kick your ass, God.
Lois
will.
can keep her fucking eyes to herself. I'm just visiting. I'm a child of her church, visiting and trying to gain knowledge.
Okay.
This is me assuming that it's Lois. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Horus. Okay.
Well, that would be an interesting turn of events. What specifically are you looking for first?
That's a great question. Let's see. I kind of pull out the tablet and remind myself what's on it. Or like, what? I can't read it, right?
It's a bunch of demonic shit.
No, that was the tablet primordial.
It's written in primordial and it has something to do with demons.
Yes.
I'm looking for a set of primordial books, if we can find any, like translations, histories.
Okay.
I don't fucking know what this is. This is Crystal's thing. I'm just.
Okay, then I want you to. Well, you can't read it. Can
No, I
people
cannot.
just generally? Can I just hang out on her shoulder?
That'd
Are
probably
we
be
safe
fine.
enough?
You could try it.
I want to hang out on her shoulder.
Whatever,
Okay.
go for it.
And I am guiding Frel through these books, looking for anything that's written in primordial that has something to do with demons.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Oh, the one thing I'm good
We
at.
got a
is
nat
to
20.
help. Oh,
Oh.
good lord.
Fuck
All
yes.
right. Yeah, you see a tome which appears to be labeled "In the Beginning."
No. Oh,
Now, keep in
Lord.
mind that
On
we only have
the first fiends.
we only have an hour. I'm gonna need you to speed read, or I can try to sneak that book out of here. But I have a
Fuck
feeling
this book.
that may not go super hot. I don't know. Am I in a restricted section at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn
Okay.
it.
Yeah. No, we can't try. Or I don't
Okay.
want to try to remove this book. So fucking speed read it.
Okay, then I have Frel take out. Are we secluded? Are we in a secluded spot?
Not. I mean, a little bit because there's no windows, and there's only really one way in here. But you are just kind of standing on the ground floor, so anybody that walks by the archway that leads in here can just look in and see you.
And
So it's
is
on
there
the-
any?
It's
It
on the
actually
ground floor. We didn't
occurs
go
to
up
you
the
now that you think about it.
staircase.
One of the reasons that this place is a weird cylinder and has the restricted books right in the middle of it is probably precisely because that makes it super easy to just glance inside and see if there's someone in there doing something they shouldn't be.
Okay,
Assume
wonderful.
we're not.
So
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
assume we're not
pull the
talking
old high
shit.
school trick, okay? I'm gonna take a completely benign book. One that is not, like, hardly restricted at all. And I'm just gonna hold it with the restricted book inside it. And Crystal can read over my
It's
shoulder.
tome big as fuck.
Damn it,
I-
never
So
mind.
yes, we can
I'm
make
joking.
it happen.
I think it's fine for me to read the tome, because obviously I was allowed in here. They just...
Really, I was just wondering if there
It's
was a
probably
place for
just
you to
like
set
trying
it
to
out.
take it with you that they would have objections to.
Yeah.
Really, I'm just trying to figure out if there's a place that we can be where we can set out these scrolls and whatnot, and I can just flit about on the table, read and try to cross-reference my scrolls and whatnot. So that's what I want to do, and try to do that as quickly as possible.
Yeah, are there any tables to study at? There probably are.
But whatever
yeah,
role I
there's-
need to do to make this happen, to
There's
read.
a nice round table directly in the center of the room.
Okay, I will move the chair so I'm sitting with my giant back to the doorway. So if people glance in, they just see a diligent, studious paladin studying a book and not the bird in front of her.
That's
Yeah.
hide hentai in a math book level of bullshit. Oh my god.
So what do I have to do to make
I'm
this
big,
quick
she's
for
small,
me?
it's great.
It's great. It's perfect.
And I'm just standing outside this library like bullshit's finna happen. I just know it. Oh fuck.
Why don't you wander around and do figure out something. Learn where an inn is. Do something useful. You hear my voice in your head.
Berating you, as you know she would in person.
Well,
It's not that she's telepathic or anything. You just have been around her long enough.
No.
I kind of. Well, if that's the case. Well, you guys are like reading. I just decide. Well, if they're going to go have some fun, Guess I should probably have some fun too.
Yes, that's
Fun.
that's
We're doing
this
research.
is fun. Yes, this is fun.
All right. It's fun for her.
I walk off. I just go walk off into the city square, and I try to just find something to get into.
I swear to God, if we find him at some dwarven brothel, I'm going to tear his ear off the way I drag him out of that building.
So, Jer, how do you want to do this? Who are we focusing on first?
Well, Shiki,
Mm-hmm.
you said that you had to go right about now, right?
Oh, I'm very interested now. Fuck this.
Oh God!
We're going to midnight because I don't have to take Bonnie to work tomorrow. I totally forgot, so I can technically stay up at midnight.
I don't sleep at night, so there. I have time to push this as well.
Wow, I
Hmm.
love people being irresponsible. Let's go.
Yay!
Let's go, irresponsible crew.
Woo woo!
Yeah, because all I was gonna do is play Master Duel in bed. So
You fucking nerd.
Well, I am in fact going to make the executive decision to call it there. However,
Okay.
the cliffhanger.
Why, God?
that is
Not-
why.
Not Shiki going to be. Shiki's going to be the abridged Alucard. I'm going for a very
I'm
exhilarating
going for a walk.
walk. I can hear.
That's
I can,
such a line.
I can hear Frel now, just like. So you went for a walk. Mm-hmm. And half the city exploded. Mm-hmm. On a walk. Mm-hmm. I cannot let you walk anywhere
And
by
you
yourself anymore.
rescued a police girl. Yes. With the
Yes.
big titties.
Yes. And you gave her a cannon. Yes. Why did you give her a cannon? Because bitches.
We needed
Look,
half the
Ken.
city to explode.
Bitches!
Integra, you understand this. Not casually saying, "Can I be police girl?" Well, I am a police officer, so
Well,
Alright, well, DM has called it. We're done.
we're
Alrighty
done for the
then.
night.
Now I gotta drive 3 hours to Grand Rapids. This is
What?
fun. Huh?
aha!
Huh?
I mean, oh, excuse me.
I go on a drive.
Alright,
I
well,
Dios mío.
bye.
Well,
Grab a
in that
monster and
case-
get driving, I
was-
guess.
We're good. Oh, I don't need to sleep. I wasn't kidding when I said I'm very much completely used to staying up till 7 a.m. without a problem.
Mm.
Thanks to my casino job. So
Well,
I will
glad
be
you have it.
a-okay. Yep. I'll have my tunes, my podcasts, whatnot. It'll be grand. But yay, I'm so happy this is our first thing into the thing and we did it, yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
And then
went
we
pretty
do
well.
the thing again next week, yay!
Well, nothing goes wrong.
Iris and Fanta, I believe you're not really doing any regular streaming presently, apart from this. Is that
Yeah.
Not
correct?
much, no.
And probably based off of today's performance, not even this streaming.
I see. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
We're gonna get Iris on
ISPs.
YouTube videos.
Either way,
my
why do you
internet
ask?
is having a stroke. Yeah.
how about you, Shiki? What have you got coming up this week?
For me, well, I will be off Tuesday and Wednesday, and I will be back same frat house time, same frat house place this Thursday, and we shall be kicking it to probably Tim on Thursday, and then we're gonna bring back Final Fantasy Friday, and of course on Saturday, you know how it is. We have our starting left guard right here who leads the team in pancakes. VTuber college football, and then on Sunday after the game, I will probably stream
Are
a
you
little bit of Fortnite, if
advertising
not
right now?
Master
Self
Duel.
promo? Was this a self promo moment? Why does it sound like a self promo moment?
It is
There,
so
that's what I was.
cool.
Yeah.
You
there,
said
that's
it.
what I
It's a
was
self
doing.
promo.
All right. I didn't know. I'm back on
Anyway.
Twitter. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'll be doing shenanigans on Twitter, but that's probably as consistent as I'll ever get ever
Oh, okay.
in doing anything.
Wait, Kid
We'll definitely
Iris,
keep an eye out for it.
Iris, do you want to be a part of Unsafe So Review one day?
Who?
That's me
Monday?
and Coop. No, Unsafe So Review. Wait, did I just get 300?
Did you get 300?
I got 300!
Hey!
Yay!
Congratulations, Chiefy.
Let's go! Bust out the
Thank-
balloons!
Thank you for the 300! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you!
You guys are awesome.
Hey! Thank
Let's
you.
go.
300.
Oh.
300.
Please stop. Please stop squirting in my mouth. Please stop doing that.
Okay, I gotta go.
Don't
It
you
seems
say that
it's
again.
time to hit the old dusty trail,
Alright,
like right
yeah.
now.
Oh God.
Yeah.
God.
I will catch everyone later. And
Oh,
Yeah,
have
catch
a
you on
nice
the flip
good
side.
evening.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Fuck. It's a
Bye.
water bottle. It's a fucking water bottle, and now I'm getting pelted. Any fucking way. Thank you guys for. Seriously, I miss you. Thank you for playing with me. Letting me play, as always. Who are we on to rate? Jay, are you staying on for a bit? I think they're all gone.
Yeah, no, I'm offline.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Alrighty,
that means I'm gonna be done streaming too. Fuck
Okay.
you guys. Bye.